We are live. Welcome everybody to Orange City Racing and Card Club for a little 4-card poker action. Coming to you from the home of the MoneyMaker Tour December stop. $700,000 in prize pools, 23 trophy events. Decided to throw a little cash game action to you. Featuring host of the poker tour, Chris MoneyMaker. Playing some 4-card poker tonight. We'll go over the players' names and chip stacks and some other exciting stuff, but we're getting into the action. First hand of the night. This is going to be a 5-5-10 PLO game. $20, I believe, will be on under the button, so it's pretty much
I apologize. You guys can twice. You just can't do bump.
Who's that handsome guy in the background talking? There's the guest star, Chris MoneyMaker.
I'm sorry? I have no idea. Probably Daytona. We know where the link is.
We're at.
Stream.
I don't know. I need to send it.
Daytona what? Poker Live. I will check.
Hopefully the sound gets better for you. I'm not sure I can get my crack IT team on that. We'll get caught up here in a second. Lots of echo. All right, I will let them know that for sure. First hand audio problems, that's what happens. So we have 7 players at our table at the moment. We have an 8th player on the way. You see Fred in seat 1, known as Fred the Fish. In seat 3, we have Danny. In seat 4, David E. Zach in seat 5. Dr. Brian is in seat 6. John in seat 7. And Chris MoneyMaker in 8th seat.
Whenever, no rush.
Players will allow to buy in for 1,000 to 3,000 tonight. And this 5-5-20. It will be 8-handed here eventually.
Bottle of Coke Zero. Thank you.
There's our starting chip counts roughly. Most players bought in for the 3K max. Wasim will be in seat 2 when you arrive with a 3K stack. Testing for all my friends in chat. I'm getting the thumbs up from IT like we're doing good here as I talk to myself. So if you're still hearing that echo or reverb, hopefully we've solved that issue for you. I asked the players to do a lot of talking, so I won't have to tonight. We'll see how that works. I'm going to have to get cocktails to come by quite a few times. Hopefully the sound's good. Thank you for joining us. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Man, decent flop for Brian for playing high-low. Echo's still going. On our end, it sounds good, so I don't know how it works on. So we've made adjustments, but it won't translate to you all for about 25-30 minutes with the delay, so we may be stuck with some sound. I can turn the table sound down until then, but I guess an echo from the table is better than nothing from the table.
I know. Knit
Got a large pot going here. Ace, deuce, 5, 6. On the board there. aces is in the lead over 3 deuces. Some gutter draws. Yes, that is the infamous 4-card or 5-card player. Joey Pigtails dominating Omaha streets in the MoneyMaker Tour so far. Got a mixed Omaha limit tournament this Saturday coming up, $300 buy-in. Talk about the 6 trophy events still left to be played.
They said that you can't outside.
So 2 sets here. See, $3,000 pot. Ryan's going to ship.
It does.
Fred with bottom set.
Oh, I guess maybe they're like equating it to like they don't want to open up the door for people like red that don't like red black or doing stuff like that. That's probably what it is.
I'm sure that's what it is. That is the one.
Ryan all in for $1,075. Puts the pot just over 4K. Giving Fred 4-1 to call bottom set. Frustrated call. And see the bad news. Not the turn card Fred wanted.
Almost.
Close. Set of 5s.
Oh yeah, 2 of the 3s too.
So this is the MoneyMaker Tour. We are live in field or flight A of the main event, 1,500 buy-in, 300K guarantee. I think we had 72 runners in this first flight. There is registration still left for 2 days if you want to get into the 300K prize pool.
I'm going to raise a good ace.
Got some trophies here to show you for the remaining events in the MoneyMaker Tour.
Chris, you want a drink?
Got the tag team tournament coming up tomorrow, $400.
I need
200 each if you have a partner you want to play with. Also have the mixed no
If I
limit.
start drinking Tito's, it'll be an interesting drive back to the hotel.
Turn better.
Pretty exciting stuff coming up this weekend. We had
I think you like the turn.
23 trophy events on the schedule. We will be live streaming the main event final table this coming Monday.
Last time I drank, I was playing at,
One of these players could be there, it could be you. We still have $186 satellites running.
I don't do well with hangovers
Get your
anymore.
chance to play for the $300,000 prize pool.
I didn't think I just said ace.
I'm old enough my body doesn't like hangovers. Whatever age that is, that's where I'm at. I will have the flu for 2 or 3 days.
Brady's hitting coolers right off the bat.
Looks like Fred hasn't reloaded yet, and Dr. Brian over 5,000 now in the stack. Players may reload. We have to keep track. They're supposed to announce it, so when we know, you'll know. Little camera adjustment there.
Can you just put those back?
Yes.
Come on, John. You got to show the camera.
5 is good. Okay. 8 means
All good?
60. 7 is good now? Okay. Thanks.
So learning experience here, playing on RFID tables.
Alright, so we got
How many people in chat have come out and tried their hands at one of these MoneyMaker events? We had a $186 nightly mega stack the other night. Crushed the guarantee of 5K. I think we had like 15 or 17,000 in there, so
Just started.
good turnouts.
Find out.
Definitely got to come out and give it a shot. Had a milestone satellite yesterday. It was a lot of fun. If anybody hit 200,000 in chips,
3 comes,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
actually
the
won their
wheel, and you
satellite
have 2
seat.
sets in
No,
the
I'm
wheel.
saying the other game.
If the turn's a 3, we both have wheels, and then you have two full houses.
expert analysis.
Is it good?
2 sets.
Good. Good. Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous.
So Zach and Chris MoneyMaker in a pot here.
Yeah.
Zach's able to get one through with his queen high. So it actually is a pretty good lineup here. Fred in C1, well known for playing in the big games. Catch him with a big stack normally.
Let's hit it behind there.
I don't know much about Danny. I know he comes from the Jacksonville area, but he does play a lot of the Daytona Park City tournaments. David and Zach in the middle there, regulars at the big Omaha games in Orange City and Daytona. Doc Bryan, when he has time, is in here, splashed around as well.
Look at it.
Usually you catch John after a all-night session, playing the overnight
There they are.
2-card and 4-card variants. And obviously, there's the legend himself. Started the MoneyMaker effect, the Blue Minnow 3.
I'm afraid to bend them too, and if you
Looks
don't
like
bend
he's
them,
got a pair of glasses on his head and a pair next to him in case he needs to double
I
vision.
know, I think it's a cost thing.
well, they are expensive. I think they're like $30 a piece or something.
Hey, let's tell Wasim that all of his cards have to fit in
30
the
bucks a
box
setup,
perfectly,
maybe.
else
No, probably 30 bucks a deck. Maybe even more than that.
Probably more. The Kopac's are already like 15 or 20 bucks.
Yeah, they're 20 bucks a setup. So yeah.
Oh, you got a phone.
Chris, the businessman, talking about the price of
Okay,
cards.
they're good now.
I'm gonna
Traveling,
make it 60,
running a
so-
poker tour, trying to run a poker room in another state. Busy guy. Winning Venoms. Sicko.
Full, full, full. Just move them around.
Spread them around.
Wiggle, yeah.
He said I didn't have to do that.
They're good now.
But she's getting the feedback.
Just put a raise in from the
She's-
cutoff
she's-
with
she's in charge.
Jack
She's in
4.
charge, exactly right. The
Five.
dealer,
Suit.
she's in charge.
I will do whatever I need to do as long as she just ships me the pot this way.
10, 9, 6 deuce. And Brian with queens and queen pocket nines. 10, 5 ace on the flop.
125.
No one has an ace. Chris is king.
spread
Brian
it
the lead.
this far.
Looks like he
You're winning. You're shipping me the pot.
I think
So I'll do.
it's
gonna take a pot down.
just when they're not laying perfectly flat.
I had 2 hold'em hands.
Thank you.
5, 5, 10.
The first stop for the Moneymaker Tour in Orange City. We've had 3 previous stops in Daytona. Very excited to get this one up on the schedule, show off the expansion of the Orange City Racing and Card Club. Went up to 58 total tables, including this live stream table. Herculean effort to get it in, but we did it. Florida construction, delaying everything.
Are you helping around?
Very,
with it,
very
or-
excited about the products and the offerings we have here. Did a fall deep stack series that
That's
was
exactly what you
fantastic.
should
Had
be
the almighty stack, the first tournament in the area with a
painting
100,000 starting stack.
I don't think I want
Another one of
anybody.
those scheduled for January in
Personally,
Daytona, which
maybe.
will be pretty good.
Hey, look,
And then the Moneymaker
I'm a big
tournament here.
fan of pedicures.
A lot of
Oh,
competition, and
listen, I like pedicures.
they are
we're
literally
fighting
the
back,
best thing, like,
offering these
I don't
cool
disagree. I go with my
trophies
kids. I
and
take my
big
daughters
prize
to get
pools.
pedicures. I just don't get my nails painted. But I like them.
My buddy does it. I've never done it before. It's supposed to be nice.
It
I guess
is.
we're getting the
I mean, it's
manicure
relaxing
conversation. I'll
and,
step back on that
like
one.
I wear flip flops a lot, so my heels are always messed up.
I should do it.
I feel like Al Bundy putting shoes on Moneymaker,
100?
trying them on.
Call, call, fold. Call.
Okay, so.
Looks like we're splashing around for a hundo here. See if Fred puts a squeeze on it.
Just spread yours.
I don't know what is with those seats, but
A nearly family pot, it looks
Oh,
like.
but are you? I heard the game,
What's
the
that?
game's still going.
No, I was out of town in
Oh,
Greece
okay.
for a couple weeks, and I got back, and I had like some work stuff I had to do, so
Queen 8 trade, dealer has
I haven't had a
21.
chance to play much.
Who's drink?
Oh yeah, can I get another, what is this? Tito's?
Is Tito's shot?
John with just a Queen 10 has the lead here.
Brian won the same way.
same.
Yeah.
John, you want one? You want
Can I get like a
175.
coffee and a water? Make it a couple waters.
And I'll take a couple of waters too.
Got it.
John's going to lead out 175. Fred nursing the short stack there. Jack, Jack 10 trade. Going to put it in, a pair and a gutter.
Can you get a bottle of Coke Zero?
This pair is behind.
Diet Pepsi or Diet what? Oh,
I'm gonna go run to the store. I'm gonna make the store room.
I wonder if David knows it's on him. Oh, I was right.
It's been a while. That's not that a while. Sorry.
I might need a couple ice for that one.
Zach has a pair and also has a gutter.
Thank you.
I realize that equity back to a flush draw.
I don't really
It's
have
not going to cost John too much more. He's going to look up for it.
You have a queen in the good.
I have a queen and a gutter.
7.
I'm bad shape.
$6.40.
Two pairs.
I have queen 10, 9.
Crumbs at the bottom.
You want twice, right? I probably do.
I must have had a bad night.
Fred straightens out.
Just didn't take it the window.
Top.
Oh, yeah, Jack 10, right?
Huh? You don't have to say it. I know if they're $6, that's
It's a win for Fred. Let's talk about the almighty stack. We ran one in Orange City. Great turnout. We're going to bump it up a little bit and make it a $150,000 prize pool. Coming in January, $400 buy-in, and you do start with 100,000 units. Both Daytona and Orange City now have $1 million chips. They're like cranberries. Check it out. Looks like final table live stream. Wonder who's going to commentate that. That's January 1st through 6th.
Oh, hell, let's do
Daytona
that.
Beach Racing and Card
I like
Club.
that. I get to use 3. Y'all
Too late to get in the game. From what I understand, when this game's over, they're going to be playing all night with a bigger stake and probably mix in a little two card.
advantage I've had. I played a charity
Head
tournament
on down
with
to
some
Orange
friends.
City and see what you
Had
can
to
do.
play Texas Hold'em looking
We
at
are
one
not
of my
closing
two
tonight.
cards. That's really hard to do.
How'd it go?
Very excited
I got
about the
third.
prize pool, $300,000 for the main event. I think we had 70 plus runners for this first
Well,
flight,
I mean, when
and
they
there's 2 more
telegraph
noon
their hand,
flights
like, it's
coming up.
Like they bet they have it, they check they don't.
Someone was asking about turning the volume up. If they can handle it, you let me know at home. My chat has dialed up. We're probably like at an 8 now, if you can handle it. I don't know. My excitement level is not an 8, but the volume is. As long as we can hear the players when they're talking their smack, we're in good shape here. So a lot of you in chat probably know more about the 4-card variant than I do, so you can give me some help here. But it looks like some decent starting hands here. Queen, Queen, Jack 5. All those straight cards. Queen, Jack 10, 9. And out of nowhere, the Ace 10 Deuce Deuce takes the lead. It's a pair of aces. Or, excuse me, 3 of a kind. Sounds good. I appreciate that. 54 of you in chat. No, it's not that exciting, but the action will pick up. Share this. Let your friends and frenemies and fellow poker players know we are on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, OC Poker Live, our second ever stream. Well, I guess some people would call that a wrap, but he doesn't hit. 3 of a kind's going to take it down.
It's up to you.
We did have a list of players, and things changed at the last second, and we were able to mix it up and get a last-minute adjustment. And any moment now, if you look in the background, I think our 8th player has arrived. And there he is. He's going to get his photo for you all. That's Dr. Wasim joining the game. And as you see, we're on delay, so that gray-haired guy getting out of the picture there. Who's that? What are you doing on New Year's? Are you playing big-ass high hands? Because we are. $15,000 in payouts. We pay out $5,000 3 different periods at 4 hours long, plus $400 every 20 minutes. The largest hand in the room in that 4-hour period gets $5K on the spot with the Royal Reset. Big-ass high hands. We ran it first. And copying is the most sincere form of flattery.
Sorry. I'll try to talk, but you caught me on a bad day. I'm just doing good. Sitting here.
I don't know who this guy is. I don't want to see him by the camera.
Found a dog
Some of these players have a history, so I'm sure we'll hear some stories and we'll hear a little needling.
6 weeks, and I've been taking the night shift.
If your card is outside the box, you gotta make sure
Staying
it's
up
all
with
inside.
Oh, they're just going to give Wasim the needle the whole time about the cards.
wife happy, and everything else works out.
Our local hero Shane will be on the next stream. He's on my short list.
Yeah, we've already got him moving away, so.
Hope to see Shane
It
again
was
soon.
good. We got him during the holiday season, I guess.
It's like Zach puts a raise in with the 8654. Gonna get a call from Brian,
We had a first hand.
and Fred's gonna be in. Looks like we're gonna be 3-handed here. Going in with Doc Brian's pocket 9s in the lead.
This is our friend Wasim. Wasim is,
Hi, Chris. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
he's the most handsome man at the table.
Second.
See one call.
Everybody knows I am.
Chris, I've always been number one, man. I'm sorry.
No props on
I'm
looks.
always number one.
I'll have to get back out there.
We figured it out.
Maybe we need to have a poll. I don't know if I want to win that poll.
Queen, Jack 4, all hearts on the flop. No flushes, though. It is Omaha. Players must use 2 cards out of their hand.
So what you're telling me, Fred rebought?
No, he hasn't rebounded yet.
He was pot committed, yeah.
We can look at those chip stacks real quick. And then we do have everyone's favorite stat to share in a moment here. We got the VPIP tonight to see which players are voluntarily putting chips in the pot.
You play better when you're drinking.
And it can't be correct. I don't think Zach's been that active yet. We'll find out. But Wasim just got here. So we got to turn that 0 into a hero here.
It would have been much easier.
Saw a quick shot of Omar Sadar, the best photographer in the business. If you've not had a photo from Omar, you're just not playing enough tournaments in Orange City or Daytona.
Half the people have skin in the game, I guess. Every round.
I guess I feel like it incentivizes maybe less. I don't know. I feel like it's less action.
You may be right.
A couple months ago, we used it first time last month.
Are we running a mystery hand here, IT team? What happened there? Oh, the players are bending the cards already? No, we couldn't warn them hard enough.
Zach, I haven't seen anyone.
Looks like Zach in the cutoff puts in the raise there, ace king.
I don't get to play poker much. So
You're uncorked.
married,
Uncorked.
kid.
Getting a couple customers here with Chris and
Now we
Wasim.
got Wasim came to play.
How much?
Wasim came to play.
Did Wasim a nonce pot? He did.
Just this pot.
Quiz chat on the pot when it's time. Play some pot limit Omaha guessing games here. What is the pot?
3 players.
All right, well, I guess we're fighting over the scraps.
We are definitely fighting over that.
Check.
No, I'm going to get like a chicken platter or something. That is double broccoli. Thank you.
I might have to hire John as a nutritionist. Chicken platter, double broccoli. Jack 5-7, 2 diamonds out there. Zach with the king high flush draw. Chris has the ace diamond blocker. Does have all the equity here with just a pair of 7s. He is going to elect to let it go.
My wife is watching.
I know
Okay,
you're
so don't embarrass me in front of my wife, please.
I know you're bluffing.
That's always a good thing.
Please.
Don't embarrass me on, TV or stream. Good phone.
There's 23 people watching already?
Let's not sell ourselves short. We're at 54.
There's 22 people in my family.
Thank you.
My wife might know.
Actually, I think I'm only on the YouTube. I can do the multi-stream and see if there's anyone else talking. I don't know if you're in chat, say hello and tell me I'm not a bot. If you saw what I saw in the background just now, there was 72 in main event flight 1A. With satellites still going and turbos available.
Anything you hit my car.
We're on the live stream, so I can't say what I really feel.
I smell weakness.
There's our first not a bot, much appreciated. 65 viewers combined. We got snacks. Oh, Tony Barnes
That's his cologne.
coming through clutch with the drinks. Got to get the Coke Zero.
You really are raising your hand.
I have to get Tony to come in and say hi to y'all.
So what happens when I spread my cards?
You might as well write a long time on there because if Chris is getting a massage, it's going to take a minute. come on down and check out the gear that the Moneymaker Tour's got available for you with some hats and hoodies and goodies, but you should also check out the Orange City gear, the new teal long sleeve t-shirt hoodie, favorite of this guy. And we got some new hats, including a North Face hat. Can't go wrong.
I have no idea what it is, so I wouldn't even be able to start.
Like 500.
Oh, black chips in play. $100 black chips. See those orange pumpkins available also. The smallest chip denom in play are the red 5s.
540 plus that.
And we had a camera swing.
What's that?
Yeah, it's 575.
So it's 575.
I think so.
You tell me.
1 times 1 is still 1.
575 sounds good. C4.
Four full
You got the drinks?
So are you,
Looks like we got our first 4 bet tonight.
Yes.
Doc Bryan with pocket 8s, 7 trade, double suited. Chris with king, queen, jack, 9, double suited. Looks like he's going to call. We're going to have 1,200 change in the pot here. Heads up. See the equity is pretty close here, 60% for Chris and nearly 40% for Brian. Omaha, the equities do stay relatively close. Jack 4-6, so Chris is going to take the lead. Doc Bryan has a gutter. 5 would give him a straight. Chris is top pair with a king kicker at the moment. Chris is going to bet 700.
That you did hit the top six. What was your hand?
I think Chris should have showed a 9. It would have been good for the game. He's going to scoop in a pot, get that neck worked on. A lot of stress. Today was a travel day for Mr. Moneymaker there.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Looks like we're going to have a dealer change. Thanks, Faith.
All right, you guys got it.
See Valerie come in.
Give you credit.
Gives us a moment to talk about some upcoming promotions, including the $100,000 MLK Day weekend in both Daytona and in Orange City. 4 different days of promotions, totaling $100,000 in payouts.
Never lied.
Also coming in 2025, be on the lookout for the monthly leaderboard. $2,500 a month paid out to the overall points leaders, playing our daily regular tournaments in Daytona and Orange City. And a tournament of champions coming up in 2026 with each of those monthly leaderboard winners coming back to battle it out with a bounty on their head. So something fun for you all to come check out at Daytona and Orange City. More information to come.
We'll see.
And
You
they're
win
laughing
one
right now
hand
watching
and look
that.
at you. Look at you. You win one hand.
65 viewers. We're going strong. Once we hit 100, we'll be at 100. See if we can keep going after that.
All I'm doing is building pots for you.
Well done. I haven't done the math, but I think the under the gun pot
Set everyone up.
ends up being what? 80? We're counting the 5s as 5s. We haven't seen an under the gun pot bet yet. We'll figure it out together.
What's the point? Too small. Let's find 20 cash.
Oh, the 2-handed call, very strong.
Or 60. Too small. It looks too high. What are you gonna do?
I know.
See a lot of multi-way flops, especially in an Omaha cash game. The equities change really quickly.
Answer. You can't lose.
Try nice.
I did what I could to help you.
You hit 12 out of every time. You don't know.
Cocktails.
You always win. Doesn't matter.
10-6-4
The other card.
is our flop.
3-3. Yeah, that's 3-3.
Couple hands grouped together here. Chris with the whole world open-ended. Doc Bryan with a pair and a couple gutter options. Looks like the bet is 2 1/4, and it's going to get called in a couple spots here. Around the Wasim, who has top pair and also has a gutter.
Charge the wrap.
I watched washed it today. It was the monthly washing time. Yep.
Not even Saturday.
No, it's always on Tuesday.
You got to think, actually,
Oh,
next
yeah.
Thursday it's closed.
I figure I was 1 out of 6. I knew it wasn't the weekend, so. But I honestly did not have a clue.
Zach bets out 2 1/4, and you get a couple calls. Makes it a little bit, yeah, just a call here. I thought he was thinking about possibly a raise. Doing some recruiting for some special guests to come in and chat with you all.
It took 20 minutes to get back to here because it was season, so.
So we have 4-way action still. The queen comes out, puts a second diamond on the board. You see the 1 flush draw does belong to Brian. Now with his flush draw and open-ended straight draw, he's got a ton of equity here. Zach does have 2 pair, but is behind equity-wise with the card to come, but I think he's going pot or pretty close to it, but 800 or 900. We'll see here in a second.
Times 5. I think it's going to be 11.25. Yeah, 1 extra.
Or he did announce pot.
Changed my mind. $25.
Ha, he's going to try and slow it. As we organize a guest appearance here on our end here, we'll keep eye on the action here. So Zach did put pretty much a pot bet in there, and now it's on Brian, who does have the equity lead here with the open-ender and the flush draw, along with 1 pair. We'll scoot over here and give some room to our special guest, Nicole. Nicole, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
So excited to have you join us. Was wondering if I can get you in this game, but boy, we got a full table, and they're playing a little crazy getting started here.
Yeah, they're probably going to end up playing a little bigger than I'm comfortable with.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they make room for you. It would just take 20% from each of them, put a stake together for you.
All the straddles and such.
You don't want to 5 straddle it or 5 bet it?
Wow, this is hard to keep up with, all these hands.
Yeah, the caffeine does help. So Zach right now put a pot bet out, and Brian pretty much came back over the top of him. You can see Wasim still had a decision to make, and Chris. It's a pretty big situation here. You got a straight draw and a flush draw for Brian. Zach is top 2 with a gutter. Chris on the low end there is pretty much wrapped around. An 8 gives him a terrible straight, though. It's pretty much only outs really is a deuce. He's going to let that one go. You get to Dr. Wasim, who had top pair but also has a gutter. But as you see there, he's going to be all in the call. He's going to get out of the way, and it looks like they're going to get in. We'll see if they decide to run it once or twice.
I probably have all your outs.
It does go fast back here, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
this is crazy.
It gets kind of
This is
fun.
the first time I've ever obviously been in a booth.
No, it's
Yeah.
but you know what? It's just you and I.
PLO is harder to follow.
Have a seat on the couch and just tell me how it's going. It is a little dark in here. Would you say the lighting is
No, it's
different than
perfect.
what you thought?
No, it's good in here.
The joke was we were going to get you in here earlier today to check it out, and then here it is. And Brian's going to make a straight. Jack 9 connects on the first board. They pull that card down, and the Jack gives him another straight.
Yeah. Usually when you win it once, you win it
Is
twice.
that-
It's always how it works.
I was thinking back to the old days of high stakes poker. They ran it 4 times once, and Patrick Antonius, I think, won all 4
I
of them or
remember
something
that.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
remember that. They were flush drawing.
Yeah, you
I remember Sammy Farha.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep, they've had some crazy high stake poker hands. So Valerie comes in and demolishes Zach's stack, and I know Zach has some friends and family in chat, so I'm not going to talk too much about that.
That's what Valerie does. That's what she does.
Yeah, you don't want to talk too much because they know where you parked your car. You want a message left with a key. So
Valerie's so sweet. The other day I stone bubbled the tournament here
Ooh.
last weekend. I go to play cash. The very first thing she says to me is, "I'm so sorry your dog just died." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. This is great."
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
I
yeah.
might have cried at the table for 4 seconds.
There's no crying in poker.
I mean, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of these players, but I've never played. I think I used to play home games with Wasim somewhere. I feel like.
I don't know what that means, but no, that's dry humor. But make you laugh. You see Brian, the big winner so far with 8K. You did see Zachary loaded for 3. Yeah, you know, poker wasn't always in Orange City. People had to drive to Daytona or other places very far away. So, yeah, there was a thing for a while where the Orlando regulars had to play. And now we have an option. So you've probably seen some of these faces over the years. But a lot of these are just regulars in here daily playing 2-5 and bigger, whether it's 2-card or 4-card. But some of these players do dabble in the tournaments. Have you ever seen the hand with Fred the Fish and Melanie Weisner from the WSOP?
Very familiar with it.
One of my favorite.
I was just outside talking to Fred, and I was saying that. Well, I was telling him that his image isn't.
Just pull that part up. Yep. There you go. Yeah, you're good.
I was saying his image, you know, maybe he plays tighter than people think. And then I said, but the first time I saw you play was that specific hand against Melanie Weisner.
It's like advertising the rest of your life.
Suited or something weird.
Yeah, it was like 5 deuce.
Yeah.
It might have been
Yeah.
a panda or something crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. I remember that exactly.
She was in shock, but he said she overplayed, is what he said, so.
I do remember. That's so funny.
There's a set for Chris, and he also has his deuce out and his 9 out. Can you have, is that, I don't want to get in trouble here, was that like a re-Polish full house and you have all that? Sorry.
Oh, Asim has the nut flush. Well, I'm just kidding about the nut flush. It's a joke.
Well, he does have a flush draw. Zach's is better. We can call Wasim's the toilet flush draw since it's towards the bottom end. But he is going to be smart and get out of the way here. But look at Chris. Even with that set, his equity still not locked down there. Now it's pretty much 3-2. Open ender for Brian with a pair of 10s as well. See what happens here. See all the outs. Trey does nothing. So we have 1,400 in the pot. And he calls it. I love when players say pot and then take a moment to organize the chips and put them in. So it's like an online thing. Just click the pot button.
15 and 15.
I never get a clean turn, ever.
So he says pot, then it takes like 30 seconds to put the chips in. There's not a lot of turn cards there.
It's a birthday or Christmas.
I mean, Trey of Diamonds. It's probably the best card Chris could see. Doesn't want any. Well, I guess a king or queen doesn't do much. Maybe a straight for the queen, but he had a hammerlock on this. See, the equity though goes from 60-40 to only 70-30.
This is a test. It's a true test.
But he puts Brian to the test here.
He calls him down 3,000.
It must be the power of the Coke Zero. What's your drink of choice if you're not drinking? Do you have a drink of choice in the game? Is there like a caffeine or?
Oh, no. No.
No, so you don't have.
Coffee.
Okay, so
It's
coffee.
either
No Baileys though. Just
vodka
coffee.
soda or coffee.
Is it vodka soda to hide that it's vodka? It's like, what do you drink? Oh, it's just Sprite. Leave me
No,
alone.
it just tastes. It's refreshing.
It's refreshing
I can
vodka
drink
soda?
like 30 of them too.
Oh, you can.
I
Okay.
can.
Okay.
I can.
Cocktails.
Yeah. Do you play PLO?
I'm terrible. 4 cards high-low, count me in all day. PLO, look at these guys. I don't even know what Doc's thinking about. I'm too scared. I'd be out.
I would be out so fast. He's out of position too, right?
Yeah.
Where's the? Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's all these buttons. Here's the button. So
Oh, okay.
going that way, Doc is out of position. Correct.
Are you losing?
Maybe just
Are you losing listeners?
Maybe that's what I want him to have.
No, we're up to 71.
over
Actually,
the
they're all
place.
excited that you're here. Say hi to Nicole, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, no, you can. There's we have a thing in here. We ask, tell us if you're not a bot. And sometimes, we get the talk. This is supposed to be like the multi-stream,
Unfortunately, I have so
like the
much.
multiverse, but it doesn't always work. So I just press buttons and read.
You scared me with that.
So Nicole's just taking it all in because it is an exciting experience. This is our second time actually doing a stream from Orange City. Different setup in Daytona. We actually do it in the conference room.
Two pairs.
Here we're in it. It's kind of like a battleship. You almost like
Yeah.
feel like we're about to lift off here. Maybe Elon Musk will come and take over. You never know.
He could.
And we got the soundproof stuff in here. You kind of get that it's a padded wall vibe. So if you go crazy, just jump. So don't look to your right because that's in the future. Or, does that make sense? This is the delay.
Wow.
So the way it works is we can't see the whole cards, but that's what's happening right now.
Okay.
In a tournament, it's really bad 'cause you look over and you're like, ooh, someone just busted. And then over here, you're like, I wonder what's going to happen. So you try not to
This is fascinating.
spoil it for
Wow,
yourself.
this is pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
will never look and see.
Oh, people
You
are
guys
saying
can
hi
see
to me.
on the
Hi,
screen.
everybody.
Isn't that great?
This is so awesome.
You should like run a GoFundMe real quick. Can you get me quick 1,500? I'm gonna go fire right now. I want a late reg.
Oh, I won a seat today. I get to play
Congratulations!
tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
After stone bubbling 3 tournaments in a
You
row,
don't lie.
I finally did it.
Awesome. So tomorrow you'll be here at
I
the
didn't
start.
say that. I
Then,
didn't say anything about
if you
lying. That's
didn't
right.
have a satellite and you're buying in directly, are you a early level person? I know my wife loves to play without missing any blinds. I can show up late. I know the structures here are really good.
Yeah.
So I guess it can depend on the structure. But some people don't want to miss a hand, and some are like me. I want to avoid some early beats.
No, I definitely am early, especially if they're satellite winners. I want to.
Well, that way
Yeah, I
you're
wanna
already getting
play.
blinded out, though. But
Yeah.
if you were to buy in directly, are you? Yeah, I don't want to miss a hand, or I can wait I can fade a level or two.
No, I'd rather buy in on time.
Okay.
I'm obviously a recreational player, so.
No,
I
but that's
want-
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I'm way wrecked.
Yeah, so.
But I do better on my second bullet.
Oh yeah, fourth. No, I have a rule now. I'm 2 bullets.
They didn't tell me who was the game.
It's not worth it.
So this is not your first time being involved in the MoneyMaker Tour. Came and checked it out in Daytona, and at least we've had 3 now. So this is number 4 overall. What do you think about this?
That's number 4 overall.
So we had 3 in Daytona and 1 here. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that
They
was
didn't tell me
fast.
who. They said
Yeah.
some guy's gonna get
Oh,
over
I
there
love
and,
it, and I
like,
love.
when they get him to
I'm
leave,
the
they'll probably
biggest
play
fan of
more
Orange
hands.
City in general, especially for cash.
Everyone's a fan of you.
Yeah,
Look at
I always tell people you have got to play cash in Orange City. Your
Fred?
dealers, your staff.
Fred's played
You
3
know I
games.
can't say enough good things about Byron.
No, his tournament structures are great, and what Chris and Tony have done with this tour is good. And someone like you who's so positive, you said you're on your 4th bullet or you stone bubble. You're always just, you know what it is. So people see you and they're like, oh, it's Nicole, and even after you have a beat, you're like, it's okay. I'm playing poker.
Yeah, there's
You know,
a
it-
couple people that know what happens when I get in the car. I might be cussing at a few people, but no, you have to win with grace, lose with grace, and it's such a brutal game, and you just have to.
I heard something a long, long time ago that said the
I'll take you
best
to
thing in the world is playing poker and winning, but the second best thing is playing poker and losing, because you're playing a game. No one wants to lose, but you're getting to play.
Never. Right.
I've been involved in a lot of old poker stuff. It's obnoxious.
What's your favorite game? Your game of choice is
7 stud, 8.
Oh, wow.
7 stud, 8 or better.
I've never even tried it.
Well, my largest tournament buy-in of all time was this past summer playing the 1500 stud 8 the World Series, and I made the money somehow.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's fun about that is you see like Helmuth and all those guys, you forget they also play the mixed games. I get to play my whole day 1A with Helmuth and Chip Jet and Todd Brunson, and somehow I found a bag with those monsters.
That's
and,
awesome.
It was cool. Helmuth was rooting for me. He said, kid, I'm hoping you get your first cash. I'm like, kid, he's only like 10 years older than me.
Yeah. What was he like at the table?
Since it was stud and there was no chance for him to bust on every hand, he was really cool. He did one-up everybody, and he was sitting next to Mark Gregorich, who's a pro from back in the day, and they were talking about their
wine.
yeah, they were talking about where they were getting their food from. They had delivery of some kind of like Wagyu, whatever nonsense, and I thought it was funny.
I played a tournament once with Mark, and he bought a bottle of wine, had the nice fancy glasses. He gave everybody wine. It was,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nice.
Todd Brunson was cool because he brought lunch for everybody from his restaurant.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I've
and
never
then
seen him.
Chip Jet was also at the table, whose daughter sings at his because she was on American Idol.
That's right.
Yeah, and then Max Pescatore is at the table next to us. So it's a small world, these big pros, and I'm hobnobbing in my first
That's
1,500
awesome.
buy-in, and
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
super cool.
So I do like the stud 8. I did play the MoneyMaker tour in Palm Beach. They had a horse tournament, and I gave up the chip lead heads up. I had it. So I came second. I almost would have had I would carry it around. I'd get a little backpack for it like they do with the baby dogs, and I'd have my MoneyMaker trophy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my family gave me a chance to go play, and I blew it, but I'm going to go back and definitely get a MoneyMaker trophy when I'm allowed to play. But I love the mixed games, and I hope we're going to have more mixed games in Orange City and Daytona in the future. It's a challenge. Make sure all the dealers are on board. Those high-low games, the stud stuff. We did the 3-game Omaha mix here.
Yeah, I played it.
The players loved it. Said the dealers did great. And,
They really did.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
I played it. I was about 4 away from money. Yeah, they did a really good job.
The newest thing is Torse. Have you heard of Torse? So they take horse instead of limit hold, and they put triple draw, which is a draw game trying to get a deuce to 7 low. It's crazy. Yeah. Who
I
wants
wish
to
there
do
was
that?
like some way to learn cheaply, very, very cheaply.
No, yeah, my
But
lessons
no.
were very expensive.
Yeah.
I'm still donating. Is anything better than watching Fred the Fish? Anything's better than the Corliss Olympics, you clown. Good seeing you on the stream here.
Just outside of
So
Memphis,
Jack
Tennessee.
7 ace tray.
Not in Vegas, I would have
I
thought.
don't even know what's going on here. It looks like the
Yeah, I
pair
know.
of kings is in last place for sure.
Memphis.
Zach has aces
Mississippi, just about
with nut flush draw.
20 miles south of Memphis.
It's really
It happens kind of quick, doesn't it?
very. This especially, I've never seen this before, so this is.
Well, this is my first time
Crazy.
commentating on Omaha, so I'm not really commentating. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching because 2 cards is really quick.
The good thing is it's not boring. Like
No, these guys are keeping it going.
you don't have. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of action.
6 weeks ago.
Oh, you got Ryan in chat saying that you should be playing the D-Gen Olympics.
Oh no!
Hashtag.
Oh, this game's gonna get way too big for me.
I'm scared to see what happens when the stream goes off. Because most of these players have a rack of chips behind them. We're like, guys, it's 3K. We're going to keep it friendly for the stream. And they're like, it's only 3. Can we go 5 or 10, guys?
Oh, hi, Ross.
Yeah.
He's in there too.
He's in there. He's
Ryan.
degenning.
I don't really ever go. The only time I go to
The
Memphis
what
is
did
to
Joey
watch
won the
play.
PLO?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It's 4 cards or 5
Very,
cards. He's
very
not
rare I
afraid.
go into Memphis.
You don't want to mess with Joey.
Brian,
So while we're here, let me show you this real quick. Bam. This is what they're seeing at home. That's the 5 trophy events we have left to award. You think you might touch one of those trophies? It's like the
where's
Stanley Cup.
Where's the big one?
The tall one,
Yeah, it's the main
it didn't fit in the picture,
Oh,
but we
that's the one
have
I'd like to touch.
we just have this about the main. We have this little thing that says 300K guaranteed.
So my 50th birthday is Monday. So
Oh, wow.
The dream is to somehow luckbox my way onto that table
Wow.
for my 50th birthday.
Natural country music scene.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
wouldn't that be amazing?
Well, happy early
Yeah,
birthday,
thanks.
and also congrats on the discounted movie tickets. Sorry. That's, I think you get discount movie tickets at 50. Is that how it goes? Sorry. Sorry. You also.
That's fine.
No, it's good. It's a good. It's good. Keep the bankroll going.
True.
How many movies do you think you've seen since COVID? Because it's not a thing anymore.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Before that, you'd see a movie like every
Yeah,
couple months,
yeah,
more.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so Gladiator 2 I want to see. Lion King. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, and the whole world's changed. We don't even think about it anymore. I think of movies. I'm like, when's it come out on Netflix or
Yeah.
Disney Plus, whatever it is.
That's crazy you said that. I have not been to it.
Yeah. Well, when you do,
They
you're
get
gonna.
senior discounts.
Well,
They-
yeah,
oh, I can't
it's a
wait to
joke.
play the senior
Yeah.
tournaments. Everyone says they're the best.
Yeah, they have the seniors now out in the World Series and stuff, and everywhere. Now they do the super seniors. MoneyMaker,
there
you
yet.
qualify. No, of course, MoneyMaker you qualify for it because it's older than MoneyMaker.
Right.
So I guess you're what,
I'm about a
10
year older
months?
than him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
11, 21.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, Nicole, no one would know you're turning 50, but you just put it out there. We're
I
never
don't
supposed to
mind.
ask. We're all gentlemen and ladies here,
what it
but it is what it is.
I
Well,
don't
congrats.
mind. Thanks.
We just had your son was in town?
Yes, he's in the Navy. And,
Oh, that's
he just
awesome. Thanks to
moved
him.
bases. Yeah, he'll be back for Christmas.
Yeah, he looked like a nice young man.
He's
So
great. I'm
yeah.
very, very blessed.
And you guys did a bunch of stuff around town.
Yeah.
Does he play any cards?
He played once, and we played at the Hard Rock once.
Did he do any good?
He actually played really well, and he flopped top 2 against bottom set, and he lost his money. But he didn't do anything wrong. He played better than me. He wasn't scared. He was aggressive, and he had very, very good value.
That's that Hard Rock bad luck because I played in a tournament once and I had Ace Queen and it came Ace Queen Deuce and I bet in and I was playing against the dealer from the Hard Rock and like, be careful. I'm like, be careful for what? I'm betting top 2 and I bet every string got my chips away and they had a set of deuces.
Yeah, standard. Yeah.
But they're like, be careful. I'm like,
This was Hold'em, not even.
yeah, no, I'm an
standard.
obnoxious dealer. If I was dealing that flop came out, I go dealer has 21 every time.
I don't
Yeah.
blame you. Me too.
That's kind of fun.
Holy crap, there's a lot of hands here.
Yeah, look at that. Chris has a gutter for a straight flush, but it is dead to Danny. Danny with an overpair of kings is actually in last place. What's going on
We're
here?
gonna
Set
have
of
some
jacks?
action. Chris has top set. Oh no, Fred has top set.
Yeah.
And then an hour
Andy,
later, 20
oof.
minutes later, Sarge,
Who has so Danny with the overpair here, but it is Omaha, and you see Dave with the flush draw with one pair.
like a 20 card wrap on the top set.
Oh, it looks like they're going to get it in. Are they going twice or once?
Double
It doesn't matter to me. I'll let you
I
decide.
think he made either one,
Wait.
or is in the top.
They got it all in.
Someone folded
I mean, I made him the chip.
set of jacks, right?
No, I think it messed up.
Oh,
No, it's 4 cards.
I could have sworn I saw a hand that
Let
had
me.
Jack on it.
I did too.
Flush draw with your aces.
That must have been an error.
Okay.
Let me. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, there goes 2 of the clubs. That's good.
Yeah.
And they both make flushes.
Good fold pocket jacks.
Chop it up right now.
Yeah, this game's a little
Yeah.
crazy. Gotta get rid of the jacks. So it is RFID cards, and the way they go over the sensors, sometimes we can have a glitch, but I'd like to go figure out what the heck happened there. So the bomb pots on stream will definitely not work, unfortunately. But we did talk about it. Ryan, Orlando City, Orlando Pride. Yeah, he saw me in the stream earlier. I'm wearing my Orlando Pride shirt. You know, we won the championship. They're the best team in women's soccer this year.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
That's something you should do. Go check out a Orlando Pride game.
I've never also gone to a hockey game.
Have you ever won the tickets here for like the Magic or the Solar Bears? People love that.
Can't play on Mondays.
Oh, you can't make it for Magic Monday, but you know we have Solar Bear Sunday.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, on the weekend. Oh,
Once
I
a
didn't know
month
that.
we do Solar Bear Sunday, and we give 3 packages away for the sweet tickets. So you got to check that out at the Kia Center. It's not Amway anymore. So
Are you from here, by the way?
I was born in Florida, Sarasota area.
Okay.
I grew up in Sarasota, but we relocated here, and I started in Daytona in 2011, which is crazy.
Wow.
Seeing Chris get this massage reminds me of back in Sarasota dealing. Gavin Smith was a pro that used to come through all the time and hang out. And we did a tournament one day where Gavin got a massage for 8 hours.
Gavin Smith, he passed
Straight.
away, right?
Yeah. But he got a straight 8-hour massage. I don't know how the girl's hands were working.
I mean, all these guys. He'll get a massage the entire time, too.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty much locked in. I hope they called in
Yeah.
backup staff. It's like, massage. No, Chris is here. You're done.
She comes special. She's great, by the way.
Yeah, no, we have a great team overall here, whether it's the wait staff or massage
really do.
therapists, the dealers, the floors. I mean, we do a great
really
job. Brand new chips, brand new tables, layouts. I mean, where else can you ask for? Orlando's closest room, biggest promotions. You gave some compliments to Byron, and I'll compliment the players. We have great players, very loyal, and talk us up online. I got players and friends of mine that are traveling that still retweeted or posted about our tournament. Like, hey, don't miss this. You know, I know we have some friends who won seats out to this craziness in Vegas,
Yeah.
you know, and they're all bummed because, like, yeah, I need to go play this free roll, but I want to play for that trophy, too. Look at that size of that MoneyMaker trophy. Those things are substantial. The big one?
I know, I saw it. They're
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. I was going to say it's similar to Tombstone. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it's huge.
Tony just told me that only 800 people had actually registered for the free roll out of the 2,000.
So you have to go.
No, that's crazy,
Yeah, it's
right?
disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, just the time of year they did it on us.
Oh, I know. That's
Oh, look,
crazy.
we've entered the
Yeah,
Matrix.
it's my phone. Maybe it's.
No, that was a glitch in the Matrix. So the question is, are we still on? And what's funny is my IT team has left the facility. Dr. Grimm. Tony, can you get Dr. Grimm? Yeah. So this is the fun of doing a stream. And unfortunately, we don't have a webcam set up because the last time this happened, we actually just went live. Dr. Grimm, we didn't touch anything. And we don't know if the folks at home can see anything, but this is what we got. So we were talking about all the staff we have, Nicole. We also have the best IT staff. And they're on overtime. So isn't that great?
I've never met the IT staff.
This is this is Dr. Grimm. Doctor is a term of endearment.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
This is Nicole. She's very popular in chat. But I think we're going to be back here momentarily. Hey, everyone. Poker is back.
These are some nice hands here.
There's cards, too.
That hand.
You get to see cards, too. Oh, we missed a big pot here.
Someone said how.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens. This is not going to happen on Monday when we're playing for $300,000.
Right,
So we
right.
got to do it now.
Right.
Gotta
Just
have.
make sure when you see me, you say nice things about me.
We did. We had you.
On Monday.
You played in the stream on Daytona,
yeah,
and
the cash. Yeah.
yeah. Tell me about the hand you had with Chris last time.
So brutal.
What he folded a?
He folded the nut flush when I had
Oh,
quads.
you made quads.
Yeah.
So how'd that hand go?
I'm pretty sure I opened. I think there was a 20 and a 40 on it, and I think I raised 100. Got a bunch of callers. Flop a set. He bet small. I raised. So now we're heads up. Club 9. Turn, I turn quads. And I bet quads, and he just insta-mugs.
And now you've all heard analysis by Nicole, and you can outplay her going forward on every hand. Now you guys know the secret.
It's true. And so they asked him, how did you lay that down? And he said one word, Triton. Because he had just come back and Triton.
And his reads were just
So,
sick.
yeah.
He's had an incredible run, and there's a bunch of World Series winners over the last 20-something years, and they just disappear. But Chris is still around. Joe Cowda's still around. Nice guy. He's a Michigan fan. Yeah.
Huge fan of his.
But a lot of the other guys, I see Joe McKeon still in the poker streets, but he's not really big on social, so you don't really hear from him. But a lot of the pros just disappear. But look what Chris has done, and we're not here today doing what we're doing without Chris MoneyMaker winning the 2003 main event.
That's crazy.
Sam Farhaw's awesome, but if he wins the main event, it's not this. I know WPT had their cameras that year in 2003, but we owe a lot to Rounders in '97 and MoneyMaker in 2003, and even through Black Friday, poker still stuck around, and Orange City still growing.
What year did Orange City open?
2017.
Okay.
So we're on our 7th, 8th year now. It's crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
The vision for the room was even earlier than that, but there was some red tape to get it going, and they wanted to open the closest room to Orlando, but still be in Volusia County, and Orange City worked out. And this shopping center was nothing, and now look, you can't find a parking spot because of how busy we are. And I know.
That's the one thing.
We do have a cart should be running this weekend, hopefully. If not, you text us and I'll get the cart out there for y'all. No, we get the cart. It's fine.
Your security's great. If it's late, I have to walk with my cart. No problem.
Yeah, no, true.
Problem.
It's a good problem to have. You run out of parking, it just tells you the product's working. Maybe one day we'll have a freestanding building, but for now
that would be
that'd be ideal. But you know how construction and all that world goes. So it looks like we have a flush draw for Fred along with top pair. It does happen fast here. We need to start the miking the players and mix notes. So the way it works though is we have dangling mics on the table. So that is beyond my scope, but I do appreciate the feedback. All of this is reviewed. We're going to audit the stream for all the thoughts. I'm embarrassed though, 66, we need to get that up. So if you have a friend or a foe that you'd like to watch the stream, share it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I know at least my mom and wife are watching, so it's really only 64 other viewers. So we need to get this. I'll make a deal if we get to 200 in chat and you're local. I don't know if I can say this legally. I will find a piece of merchandise for you. It could be a cool hat or a hoodie or just something out of my trunk. It could be Lake Mary High School soccer. My daughter, I missed it for this, scored her 3rd goal of the season. I mean, what the hell's going on here? But
that's awesome.
Yeah, look at that. So 3 5s makes it with the ace. Fred and Zach should not be battling. Zach's getting the best of these.
So where are the stats?
So if I hit this, we can do a couple things. I could show this, and that shows them the player position and the stacks. Or you could do it this way, which we don't really like this stat because people don't want to see it in big blinds because that's more of a tournament thing.
Okay.
But the best thing to show is this stat because this is the VPIP. And if you're on the bottom end of the VPIP, we need to needle you a little bit because, yeah, VPIP, the lower is not good.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again. No, don't do it. Why did we glitch out again? And we did it again. Dylan! I'm going to mute me real quick, and I'm going to call them in. Please don't leave. We're going to get it reset again. We're going to get it reset.
How long?
10 seconds.
Okay.
We got the Matrix sounds. It's like Neo trying to get back into the thing.
Yeah. Gotta wait for the phone call.
Gotta wait for the... And just like that, we're back. And Chris is asleep, so he didn't miss anything. Eyes closed. Is that an Ed Sheeran song?
I've played at his table 3 times. It's pretty standard.
He's so comfortable, he's going to voluntarily put chips in with the King 10 5-5 double suited.
I really have faith that one day I will get good cards. I will get a dealer who I can have my faith in.
So this is hand 17, and he's complaining he hasn't had good cards. So think about this in the if you're out there playing and you hear someone tell the dealer, I wish I can get a good hand, and you were able to tell them, do you know you've only played 17 hands? How do you think?
It's so hard when you're playing to listen to people complain after 3 hands of being there. It's really hard.
I've been dealing long enough where I saw a guy get out and go move his car. What are you doing? I'm just going to park somewhere else. This isn't working. The setup didn't work. He asked for a wash. He said,
oh my gosh,
I'm just going to go.
Washes.
I've seen people switch chairs.
Steeler, did you wash the cards?
Yeah, no, I want to ask them. We've been open 72 hours. Have you washed? Yeah, let's. This goes both ways here. But,
You're 24 hours here. This is right? Or
yeah, so Thursday morning we open. We don't close until Sunday night, technically Monday morning at 6 a.m.
But if it's Monday, you close at 4 a.m. or something?
6.
Or- okay.
So when we open Thursday morning at 10 a.m., we're open all day Thursday, all night Thursday into Friday, all night Friday into Saturday,
Okay.
and then Saturday into Sunday. But technically Sunday night, which is Monday morning at 6 a.m. we close.
I'm very proud that I don't know this.
That
Very proud.
we're only really closed for like 4 hours for like 3 days out of the week, and that's it, or 40, whatever it is. We're always here. Someone's always here, always watching. So look at that. We got Dave with a pair and a little gutter wrap there. Actually, no, it's a gutter. He needs a 4. Fred's got a 4. What's happening here? Who's got all the equity? It looks like 45% to John R. with his over pair of 8s and flush draw.
Wait, when did? Oh, Fred must have lost the big. I didn't see the big hand he lost.
He just lost to Zach, a big one.
Oh.
Yep. We'll get some instant replay eventually. Looks like we got snacks. We had a meet and greet with MoneyMaker earlier, so we had some meatballs and wings and.
We had cheese and fruit.
I didn't either. I literally had some beef jerky and a bag of macadamia nuts, but hey, sustenance. So the 8 comes, and that gives John a set now. And he still has a flush draw, which actually is the best flush draw. Yeah.
Check.
And Fred announced all in with his flush draw and 2 pair. But unfortunately for Fred, he's drawing dead, but.
Oh, but he only has 100 behind now.
Only, yeah.
No, I mean.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you see the pot's 2,400, but.
Yeah, just pot. 2,300 or something.
Yeah, so John doesn't want to get coolered by someone else, so he's going to repot it and probably just isolate Fred. Unfortunately for John, it's going to cost him because no one else will be in now. But that's protect the pot you got, I guess. Dave with an open ender and 1 pair.
And a posture.
Yeah. And that's pretty much his stack, so.
Yeah. I just met him recently. He's a really nice guy.
Yet.
He's here all the time
Yeah.
playing. He loves to play the big games daily.
It's a live tell,
Owns
sir.
a pest control locally, a pest control
Okay.
company, yeah. And does charity. I've played with him at a NASCAR charity event. It was kind of fun. I think I bubbled that too, so hey. Maria Ho was the guest host, and
Oh,
it was
really?
fun. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It
that's
was a NASCAR charity event for the France family that pretty much made Daytona poker destination, or Daytona racing, which we joined in and did the poker. Well, Dave may gamble. He does have equity. Fred's the one that's drawing dead, but Dave can hit a
I'm still alive. Twice, Fred?
a 9.
No.
It doesn't matter. Do you want to go twice?
No, he can hit a 4, 9 or 4.
One time.
You don't want to go once?
No, because John has a
Side
set
pot, you
eight.
can do it twice.
Twice for side.
No, you can't go.
Yeah, Fred can't win.
Twice
Dave.
for side is fine.
Fred can't win, but Dave can. Dave can hit a
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
In this game, you're allowed to do twice on the side.
We're just going to do twice for everything. What does it matter?
No, Fred. No, Fred said no. So
He just changed his mind. I don't care. Let's just play again.
So they're arguing if you can run it twice,
twice.
when there's an all-in and the player that's all in from the main pot doesn't want to run it twice, we don't. But the players are allowed to run it twice for the side pot because they're playing for bigger money on the side
sure.
pot. So,
Oh, he got there.
And-
Chop it. Dave gets to
You make the 5-6?
and either way, Fred got nothing out of that. So.
No, John. Twice.
Nobody had flip? Oh, you?
I think Chris folded bad spades, but
I thought that was good, dude.
I prefer. I'd rather just go once. Not resolved. But
I think this game's gonna get a little bit more interesting now.
Yeah, you know, when they asked us could we keep raising the stakes, I said 3,000 is pretty good for a stream. It keeps it fun. It doesn't hurt anyone, and you can also reload. When they're talking about going 5,000 and 10,000, that turns into a bloodbath. I don't care who you are. I mean, it gets a little cringy for me. I'm watching that big money flying around.
I was recently playing in this 2-5. Somebody bought in for 500 and ran it to 5,000 in about 10 minutes. Then some of these players insisted they change it to 5-5. Okay, no problem. That player brought her stack right back down to 500.
Yeah. One of my crazy stories I heard way back in the day was an online player was playing the micro stakes, and they had some kind of like bad beat promotion or whatever, and they got a pretty big windfall in that one spot. All of a sudden, they go start playing bigger and bigger and start crushing pros for like 6-figure score, and like, where'd this guy come from? And he hit this little bad beat and just went on a tear. Maybe it was a super account or something. I don't trust it if I can't see the dealer right. Yeah. So if you're in chat, say hi. Let us know you're not a bot. We're up to 72 again. If the matrix doesn't get us, we're going to try and hit that 100. If we get to 200, I will find something for you. It could be a snack. It could be a piece of merchandise. If the boss is listening, I didn't say that.
So how do you know if it's a bot?
No, so there's a joke a long time ago. There was like 200 people in a stream, and I was like, say hi, and no one said anything. I was like, oh, they're all bots.
Right.
So it turned into, just type in I'm not a bot. And if I ever get my own like streaming brand recognition, so like, you know, it's going to have a number, Unger 47 on the back. It's going to say not a bot.
Well, 47?
It's just a lucky poker hand.
okay.
Yeah, if you have pocket kings and I have a 4-7 suited, you're probably going to be drawing dead. Sorry.
Okay.
It's just, it's the way it goes.
It's backwards. It's my birth year, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
47
I
just
get
became a
74.
thing. And so what's funny was you talk about my first score at the World Series of Poker. I finished 47.
On the turn, you got the set.
Oh, is that how it became your number? Or
No. It's
Wow,
been
that's
4-7
crazy.
for like, oh God, since like 2006. But
It's going to be months. I'm telling you.
the crazy part is I'm waiting to play
It doesn't matter, huh?
the restart day 2, and I go play a slot machine. I throw money in there, and I scored for 400 or 500. And when I put the ticket in and got my money back, it gave me a chit for 47 cents because it doesn't give you your change back, right? It gave me like the cash. And no one at home is going to be able to appreciate this, but I have a picture of it.
Zach just ripped 4 Newports outside. That's awesome.
That's how it goes. I'll show you a quick picture. Not that anyone at home would appreciate this, but I have my receipt from there where I got my 47 cents and my 47th place.
That's the same day?
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah. And then Omar out there, the best photographer in the whole world. Yeah, he caught me in action. Omar's the man.
He's my profile picture, and I met him like randomly in Hollywood before he was like.
Oh, he's the
working.
best.
He's so good.
And then they have another gentleman from Poker.org who, if you check us out on Twitter today, he did a quick video, and it turned out awesome. He's like doing some kind of like jumping jack splash thing in the parking lot, and then does a whole tour of the room.
No, I haven't seen him.
When he was filming, it was a little funny because people were like, "What is that guy doing?" I was like, "He's auditioning for Cirque du Soleil or something." I don't know.
I haven't seen any.
He
of
did a
his
flip in the
stuff
parking
today.
lot.
So Pablo asked you a question. How often are you streaming?
So right now, the next stream we have planned is Monday, which will be the final table of the MoneyMaker main event, and then it looks like they're streaming January 6th, which is the anniversary of the insurrection. No, it's the Almighty Stack day 3. And, yeah, sorry, a little political reference here.
That's great.
Well, I've heard January 6th 100 times in the news. So that's the next 2 streams. Once we get going, this is our second ever stream here, and we're still, as you see, getting through a couple technical hiccups. We plan on doing a lot more streams. I have some ideas I don't want to share and put them in the public yet, but there's a lot of people who are in chat who know what I'm talking about, and there's some good streams coming. Yeah, I know that video was kind of fun, but
But there's no Tito's in there. It's like just, the Tito's is
I had
Oh, Pablo said he wanted a picture with MoneyMaker.
you can see him tomorrow. He'll be here all day.
Super nice.
Hopefully,
Super great.
he's here all day tomorrow. I don't know if he'll be here all day throughout the weekend, but he is here.
Well,
So
we do need him to boost the prize pool.
yeah, so he's good for a couple bullets.
Couple.
He he plays really well and he wins a lot, but I haven't seen him win one of his own trophies yet.
But he
so.
final tabled.
Um,
The last one in Daytona
Did he?
with Greg Raymer. Yeah,
yeah.
him and Greg Raymer.
Oh,
I think.
I can't remember. I know he was on both cash streams we
Yeah.
did for him, but yeah, Fossil Man made a final table. That was actually a pretty stacked final table. I think we had Toby Boas at the final table and Carlos
Yeah.
Loving, a couple Florida pros.
Carlos is really good.
I used to deal with him in Sarasota back in 2000s. He was a great guy. He was a dealer.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know
one of the
that.
best.
I didn't know that actually.
Let's Flop It Hot was his Twitter handle.
He's just really good. Oh, look at this.
And
Got
he's a
set-
solid guy,
set over
too.
set here. Chris.
Wow. That's the second time we've had a turn set. Earlier in the stream, we had a turn set of aces versus bottom set to Fred.
Danny checked it, I think.
Trying to induce a little bit. There is a flush draw. It's a little reckless, but he has the blocker to that, I guess.
I've never played cash with Danny. I think he's been at my tournament table once.
Yep.
He won the opening the
did-
mystery bounty. The very first
Oh,
MoneyMaker
wow,
at
good for him.
Daytona.
Yeah, he seems to be a pretty strong
Yeah.
player. Good reputation too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's gonna pop it back now.
10-6.
You think Chris is full? I think he's.
Hot.
It's so hard because you don't know, is that Queen Jack 10 with diamonds, or is it?
2-6.
Well, there are two better sets, and that's the
Yeah.
hard part. And he's played a lot of Omaha.
Yeah.
1060 hands.
Take it down, you win. Your kings are good.
Good read. That's why he's
Yeah.
there, because I
Yeah.
think I'm always losing my stack
Yeah.
there. But you don't ever want to go all in with just one draw, though. The set there, you're drawing dead. You got to have something else to go with
in
it.
case,
So,
yeah.
and he's smart enough to know that, and that's why he's the legend.
Team with diamonds.
I wonder if they pick my chips up off the little 1-2 hold'em table.
Well, if that's the
while I was
case,
having
you
a beer.
can jump out. You're welcome to stay. We planned on going to around 10. I said if you want to bring some special guests in, you can. Obviously, you're very popular in chat. Sure, at some point I'll let Tony come in and talk for a few.
All right.
Tony goes a lot calmer. So I'm in here going crazy, and
He's
Tony comes
so
in. He's so even keel. He's the greatest.
Yeah, he is the greatest.
And we've seen him on a stream game where he did get his clock cleaned by Chris a little
I
bit.
saw one time. Yeah.
That was not
But
a.
I do know
fondling
after
at the
stream ended, he
table.
told me he got everything.
No
Last
fondling
time
at
he
the
did that, he told me.
Between Tony and Byron, it's hard to find better structures in tournaments anywhere. I don't care where in the country you go, and I've been to a lot of the places. They just do it right. The structures are so good. Deep play, big guarantees, creative. The tag team tomorrow is creative.
Yeah.
Oh, we were going to talk about that. So
Yeah.
I want to start a reality show to find out who Nicole's partner is going to be. I know you had a partner that didn't work, so he bailed.
He has
Well,
to work and
he also
take out
didn't want to deal with the pressure of, did you bust with
Yeah.
Nicole's chips? That's brutal. So are you still looking to play the tag team possibly tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna probably So.
Oh, but no, you can't.
but
Or
we-
you can.
We can take turns. So.
That's right, because you're in the main tomorrow.
Right.
So the tag team is tomorrow. I believe it's at 4 p.m. The main flight B is at noon. There's satellite also in the morning if someone wants to get in the main. I think for 186 there's a turbo. If you do qualify, you can late reg tomorrow or use that ticket for Saturday, I believe. But yeah, so if someone were to come in and play, they could be your partner, and obviously you both build your stack up in the main, and then you take breaks.
Yeah. So because you can play multiple tournaments at once here.
So the tag
So
team,
we
they're
run
asking in
back and
chat.
forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a $400 buy-in, but it's 2 players, so 200 each. And I believe each player must play at some point during registration, or whatever the level is that you register in, and then
I
you're it.
believe you have to register at the same time.
Yeah.
Buy your seats together, and as long as your partner plays at least one hand, it's fine.
Yeah, there's no playing rounds though. Hey Nicole, you do pre-flop. I'm much better post-flop.
Yeah. Oh, that would be. I have this.
Yeah, your turn decisions are a little suspect. No, it's you play the hands, but you can tag out anytime you want. So it's much easier, by the way, to analyze a hand, I guess, when it's like 3-handed.
Oh my God, when it's 6, it's impossible.
So 6, 9, 4, 2 clubs.
Yeah.
You see a pair for Chris with a open ender. A flush does complete, but no one had one. You see John with the over pair there, but he's behind to Dave's 2 pair or Zach's 2 pair. See, that was the quick
You're very good
rundown.
at this.
No, that was
Very
quick.
good.
I stuttered, but
Yeah, no.
it's the Celsius Focus. The only problem with this is I will be up all night.
Oh look, Zach has the nuts and is gonna get no money.
Yeah, 800 in there. He's gonna announce pot, and it's John's not gonna play with kings here. Especially 3 clubs out there makes the decision a little bit easier. And Chris with the reeds of steel, he's out of there. So you're playing a 1-2 game right now. I mean, I don't know what the high hand was. Oh, it's the wheel spin day. You're giving up wheel spins for us?
Yeah, this is cool.
If you've never been in here on a Tuesday or Thursday, the wheel spin creates so much excitement in the room. It's $299 every 30-minute high hands, but if you win the high hand, they give you the option. Do you want to gamble and take the wheel spin where you can go down to 100 or 200, but you can spin for 1,000?
Okay.
Or do you take the $299? And people go crazy for the wheel. I feel like it needs to be its own webcam.
I have
and
never
online.
seen anyone spend. I work during the week. I'm just off for the next few
Sometimes
days.
I feel like there's a
So-
fight because all of a sudden you see all these people standing up and staring. Like, what's going on? I go around the corner where the wheel is. Okay, it's a wheel spin.
No,
Because
I haven't even
sometimes
seen one. done.
Well, you hear like well, you've been playing in the tournament area, but you hear the
Yeah.
commotion. You're like, what's going on? Fight, fight. Oh, it's a wheel spin. And
Oh my gosh.
I always scream big number, no whammies, and no one knows what I'm talking about. But there's not a lot of press your luck people.
What is the most you can win on the wheel?
1,000.
Oh, that's nice.
But the press your luck. Remember the old?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one ever gets that
And
reference.
if you don't opt to spend, do you,
You get $2.99
oh,
cash.
okay.
So do you want to take the $2.99 or want to press your luck for the 1,000? But there is a couple spots for like 100 or 200.
No, we're hitting gambling.
Exactly.
We're
It's a poker
gambling.
room. It's a poker room. I'm waiting for the day we take the big ass high hand promotion and call it big ass wheel spin and do Wheel of Fortune style with one small sliver 5K surrounded by a bunch of zeros.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't think the
That's
big
not gonna
bosses
work.
like that.
Yeah, they're not
But you
gonna
put
work
some
out.
zeros
Yeah.
next to it. Do you want to spin the wheel and win zero?
I've also
But,
never been here on your big ass high hand promotions.
So the funny thing is, when we first started doing big ass high hand, we'd have 80 players on a list, and you couldn't get a seat.
Oh my God.
We did the expansion now, so please come and join us. There's plenty of room. But big ass high hand is our by far our most popular promotion. And then anytime we do $1,000 every 20, which is 3,000 Saturdays, our power hours, we fill the room up. But now that we have 18 more tables, we got room for everybody.
You definitely have the best promotions
It's disgusting.
in Central Florida. It really is
Between
amazing.
$5 and $6 million a year paid out in
And
promotions.
plus, it's like the one card you rule. It's amazing.
So it is an infomercial, but we are the easiest, the biggest, and the most often hit high hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have a guy that come in and troll me from another local room, and he'd be like, "Oh, we pay out great high hands."
What
I was
room?
like,
No, I'm
"I'm not gonna."
just
I said, "I played twice in your room for 4 hours each time, and never saw a high hand paid, and they didn't do rollovers." I was like, "So please stop trolling my chat."
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Way to get yourself out there. Wow, 3 kings and a decently sized pot, or decent sized pot here. Could Brian represent some kind of straight? Dave did bet. Brian comes over the top.
Well, I must be really bad because I would have folded this a long time ago. But they're better. They obviously.
Well, some of these guys have history and they kind of know,
True.
but also they're on stream. And even though we're not getting too in depth, there are people that are going to watch this and know this for the rest of the time. So you got to take your time and
That's
make
a
the right
really
decision.
good point.
Yeah, I make one once in a while.
And plus, you don't want to look stupid. You know, I'm sure that's a thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't play on stream. My cards would. Eric Seidel, famous pro,
Yeah.
one of the best winning players of all time. For some reason, his camera never works.
Yeah, I know. He
He
hides the
won't
cards.
show
Yeah.
the cards. Yeah.
You're right. And Phil Ivey does it. He hides a card a lot.
Well, no, he marks them. Just kidding. Too soon. Too soon. he looks for
got
the
that,
purple
yeah.
edges. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll let Nicole go. I'd keep her all night, but I
Thanks-
guess this
thanks for
1-2
having
game's
me.
probably screaming for the floor. It's been so long, but
Oh, my chips are gone.
they'll probably
for
put
sure.
you top of the list.
No, I'm headed home anyway.
Did you invest in them? Maybe they grew.
Maybe.
Yeah. But you are playing the flight tomorrow at noon.
Yep.
And if the right person at the right time shows up, you might be in the tag team.
No, I'm hopefully playing with Mark, the regular 2-5 grinder here.
Mark had his
Yeah.
Wendy's hat on
That's
today.
yes, him, yes.
But the joke was, I said, Mark, they won't let me play, but if they did, I'll wear Del Taco, you wear Taco Bell
love
hat,
it.
and we'll just throw everyone off.
I wish I could think of something creative. But yeah, we're supposed to play. If
No,
he's
you
here,
literally
we're gonna play together.
Drive through, drive food, fast food, don't buy anything, just ask for their hat and wear it tomorrow.
I'm gonna try that.
Because he has the whole list. I don't know how many places he's actually worked at. Hate sees resume. He's got the Burger King hat. He's
I
got.
bet. Yeah.
Actually, Burger King used to do the crown.
Oh
like
my
for
gosh.
birthday parties.
I should
If you
try
wear
to
the
get.
crown
No, I should try
tomorrow.
to bring him one.
I'll tell you what, there's a Spirit
That's
Halloween
fine.
everywhere in the country. Just find one and find a hat tomorrow.
True.
But we do thank Nicole
Thank
for
you.
stopping in. No, you got to see the studio. You got to see how crazy this can be. You saw 2 glitches. Our chat is sitting at 52. Sorry, they probably muted us because they're just watching the poker. But you're going to be on stream again. It's just going to be at the final table Monday.
Dreams.
It's not a dream. It's reality if you say it. So chat.
Speak it into existence.
You will see Nicole on a final table stream, and it doesn't have to be an old Daytona one. You'll actually see a new one this coming Monday when the MoneyMaker day 3.
Yeah.
Make day 2 first,
Right.
and we'll see you on day 3.
One step at a time.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to open the door for Nicole, and we're not going to glitch. No, thank you. I hope you had fun. Yeah, no. That's the most time you've ever spent next to me, and you saw how corny this can be. Take care.
Too much. Brian, too much it is.
I'll see if Dr. Burns wants to step in for a few minutes.
I mean, like manipulate, like move the market or something.
Well, you can't move the market. Really against you.
All right, we might get a special guest in a little bit, but it was fun to have Nicole in. And is that a flopped straight for Brian? That would be the nuts on a rainbow board. We'll get an update on chip counts here in a second, and
They all bet it down. Game it that way. Because you're betting against other people.
see who's stuck and who's in the green. Four-handed here with 500 in the pot. Brian's probably going to make that pot size bet, but he does not. He sizes down. Oh, Wasim was the better. Brian's just going to play a little tricky here and call. Wasim with backdoor flush draw, pair of sevens.
I already have my line. I don't need to.
And the betting lead. Now he's got full house outs, but Brian still has the straight 90% equity lockdown. And there's got to be something wrong with the cards here because I can't envision that fold just now. This is why I do not play pot limit Omaha high only. For all you that do, you can figure out what just happened there. So thank you for joining in chat. I see Garen stopped in and said hello. He's not a bot either. Amelia wishing Nicole a happy birthday. We might have missed that one. Chance rooting in the stream for the players and the dealer.
I'll just wait and see.
But another fun event here happening in Orange City. We have the Mega Stack going on this evening. Another trophy event along with the first flight of the 300K guarantee, 1,500 buy-in MoneyMaker main event. 6 trophies still to be awarded out of the 23 total. Checked out our socials. You can see the pictures of the winners. We've had a great turnout. Raminator came up and won his 4th MoneyMaker trophy overall, becoming, I think, top 3 or 4 all-time first-place finishers in poker tournaments, passing Helmuth, which is great. We love Raminator when he's up here. And the players from all over the country who come play the MoneyMaker Tour. Had some great players come in, had some conversations with folks from South Carolina, Georgia, obviously South Florida, North Florida, Central Florida, everywhere.
I found a hand I can fold.
Here we go.
Looks like Wasim found a raise here with Ace King 8-4, 1 suit, and Dave found a 3-bet. Queen Jack 10-10, and we're going to the flop. Wasim in seat 2, Dave in seat 4, and the Ace 9 tray comes. It gives Wasim top pair. And Dave needs some straight outs or a 10. I'm saying he has 1 out, the 10 of diamonds. I didn't see what was dead, but get some runner straight outs here is his only real hope.
You see that aggression?
Dave does bet. Wasim calls. Build the pot up to 1,400 and change.
A little bit of aggression.
They're challenging the 12, jumping in front of the 11. The 11 probably should have won.
Yes, I do.
Do you have the 11?
I do, but they won't put them on top.
One time he
They'll
said
move
it.
second. They'll move the 12 down and put the 11 up top on top of them.
Sorry, Amy won then?
One time.
Looks like we got all-in action here.
10 won. None of us had.
And they're going to go 1 run out.
But see how the 12 jumps right in front of the 11? Like
Once all the math
if he
is
doesn't do
done,
that, the 11 probably wins.
Wasim with the shorter stack, and you get it all in. It's showing the main pot at 4,700.
Challenging it, so they won't take
And
the 10 down, but they might put the 11 in
Dave
front of
does
the 12.
not connect.
I don't think so. I mean,
This is the
Ace
hand.
King is going to be good.
I can't even imagine. Even deuce 4-5 got there.
So Wasim's going to chip up here. Let's see what's going on here with these stacks. Let's press some buttons here and see what we got. Fred in seat 1 around 3K. You see the big winner so far, Brian at 5,800. Had a couple reloads here. The first max buy was 3K for everybody. Our favorite stat here is obviously the VPIP. And Zach still showing the most aggression, putting the chips in voluntarily here. 8-handed here. You're in the blinds with the 3 or 4 blinds. Actually, that's probably the reason why the VPIP's a little skewed here. We're doing 5-5-10 with a 20 on it, so you're almost in the blinds half the time as it is.
With King High.
We're reloading on cocktails here.
my guess.
And a dealer
I have
change.
friends that like horses, betting horses.
Yeah, I don't need a straw.
If you're just joining us, this is a 4-card stream, playing a little pot limit Omaha. And our OC Poker Live, call it studio setup here. My name's Ryan Unger, and I'm a manager here at Orange City. Happy to be sitting back and watching some high-stakes poker action with you all. Central Florida, Orlando's closest poker room here in Orange City, as the MoneyMaker Tour makes its first official stop in Orange City. $700,000 prize pool guarantees all around with 23 trophy events. And the winner gets that hand-painted print behind there that Chris signs at each tour stop. You just saw in the background there. Along with a very substantial trophy. If you're traveling, it's a big trophy to travel with. On an 8-4 tray, all diamonds, we're going to have 2 flush draws, interestingly enough. John looks like he has the nut flush draw. Zach has the open and a straight flush draw, but both straight flush outs are blocked by John. And you see Wasim with just pocket aces, no one diamond, the 9. So Zach with the open and straight flush draw is actually drawing dead. Wasim's live because he can hit runners for boat outs. Looks like we're going to get a pot size bet or raise here to 650 total. Wasim's going to get out of the way and see if Zach plays back or just calls. Tough spot to be in, open and straight flush draw, and have no idea that both your straight flush outs are not available.
I'll let you have it.
Great lay down by Zach.
It's a really bad pull.
I think you blocked that.
Bear ace, of course.
Kidding me?
You know Wasim's betting late, and he's obviously calling late. Because it's Wasim.
These guys all look fresh. I suggest you come in at a 7 a.m. like me on a Saturday and take a look. A little bit different. Most of these players aren't afraid to do a session 24, 48 hours. I've seen it. Chris looks like he's in the middle of one right now. Oh, there he is. He's going to play whack-a-mole with him and go out there. It is on stream, though. That'd be premeditated. I'm trying not to get seen again doing that.
Yeah, it is. He's calling because it's Wasim. He isn't expecting a raise from you.
I had some
Economy in the hand.
I had some back doors.
Backdoor bet.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
50.
Bet 50 in the dark.
That's a dark bet.
Observation there. Did you bet 50 in the dark?
Let's get the dark bet out of there.
7 or 8.
What?
How do you know I don't have a good hand?
I don't care. Oh, I just always.
An 8 raise, 3 raise, 5
I just want to get the dark bet out.
So John 3-bet it, and then Chris puts the 4-bet in.
Sometimes dark bets are hard to get out.
500 and change.
You're the only crowbar in the game. Well, I am too.
Wasim with the interesting 9988.
Goodness, I'm so serious.
I play a lot of high-low, and I know that those are the cards I don't want to see, but I guess in a high-only game, he knows more than me. He's going to play for 505, and Dave quickly calls, sharing cards with Wasim. Oh, Margie, you're rooting for John. If you just saw it, he had a nut flush there. It was pretty
7.
I'm thinking.
pretty good hand. He had a lockdown on. Zach had an open and a straight flush draw, but was drawing dead. 4 players, and the pot has risen to just around 2K, and we have a king 4-4. Chris has a king. He's going to have the best hand right now. Wasim showing a lot of equity, but doesn't have a lot of live outs. 2 of them are gone from Dave. I guess he has the only running flush possibility of spades. He's going to get out of the way here to Chris's $1,000 bet. And John getting 3 to 1 is going to get out of the way as well. Chris takes one down. Flashes the king, I believe.
Chris, can you get a 4? I had a 4 in my hand.
No, I could not beat him.
Thank you.
30 minutes going by fast or slow, Faith? What are you trying to say? While they're jumping out there, real quickly, we'll talk about the next big event. This is the Almighty Stack we're talking about there. January 1st through 6th in Daytona Beach. If you didn't see the Almighty Stack when it was in Orange City, it was a great turnout there. This one will be a $400 buy-in with a $150,000 guarantee with a live stream final table, and that is 100,000 starting stack. You see those pretty 1 million unit chips when they come into play. Pretty cranberry wine color. January 1st through 6th if you want to be on a live stream at the Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club. This is a time rate game. Grabbing time and getting the game going.
I see you 10, correct?
And while they do that, real quick, my favorite promotion, Big Ass High Hands, coming to you January 1st. That's New Year's Day as part of our $100,000
That's my blind. I threw
January
that up.
promotions.
Blind.
5,000, 3 different times with the Royal Reset. Just have the biggest and best hand, have it hold up all day, and you will have a chance at 5K.
I know it's like, I know you're running Sims over there.
Big Ass High Hands on January 20th also. Oh, we'll figure that one out. Either way, lots of big promotions coming in January. We typically do between 500 and 600,000 a month in promotions. You definitely have to check out the high hands at Daytona Beach and Orange City, including my favorite, the $1,000 20-minute high hands, 3,000 power hours. We just need one card to play, and any full house qualifies. You hold up for the 20 minutes and get that $1,000, put it in, and go play some stream games. Maybe jump in a 4-card game, splash around with these folks.
Should we change the deck? You're not really doing good with this deck.
I mean, no, I'm really happy right now.
Okay, so you don't want to change the deck?
I'm really happy. Thanks, Ellen.
Okay. Okay, we won't change that. Let me know.
Thank you for your donation.
Let me
I
know
want
when
a
you want.
donation from Dodge Brian. I mean, he needs to. Is it me?
I don't know if I heard thunder or someone flipping a table outside. We'll find out in a half hour. That's stream poker.
The 11 is 6 to 1.
You're the 3, right?
I'm the 3. No, I'm the 2. 7 to 2.
Ace 6, 7, 2 clubs. 3 players in the hand. Fred currently in the lead with a pair of jacks and a flush draw. Brian does have kings.
It's the green, and Tony said bet the 5, so here's the green and the 5.
Fred has the equity with the 4 clubs.
My horse finds I'm taking it out of your massage. Wow, your horse went to 2 to 1.
Dave with a double gutter actually, and there's one of them. Does complete the clubs, but
Yeah, you're like 18 to 1.
he does have a 10 high straight. He's going to check. And Brian betting
Let's go 6.
into an ace high board with a pair of kings. Dave's going to go all in over the top.
Who knows?
Brian doesn't have it covered, but pretty strong re-raise all in here by Dave.
Guys, if you want to get your nails done, you can go get more nail lounge.
You should be advertising.
we get
on it.
discount?
That's it.
Discounts?
Of course.
See 4K in there, 1,100 more for Brian to call.
I'm not trying to plug anything or do anything.
He actually does not have any outs.
45 minutes.
He does have the king blocker for a club flush.
Couldn't put one closer?
Orange City's kind of in a weird location. It's kind of like in between Orlando and between like Daytona.
I know where it's at.
Way nicer area.
Thanks for the lesson.
Actually, geography, we're all sitting here.
I mean, I just asked it, could you put one else on
Look, I
closer?
wish.
21.95.
You'd probably do good if you wanted this plaza. Maybe.
Yeah. I think there's a wordy one in here.
Oh, there. I think it's.
Yeah.
Brian does let it go. David's going to scoop in a pot.
Ryan, what are you doing, man? That's a free donation.
Slash strip club.
I'm just here to listen to the players needle each other.
New concept.
Naked King would be.
How long have you been doing it?
I see.
Your wife, I guess.
Oh, she's been there for like 25 years.
No, but
Oh, okay. Like just 6 months.
I was gonna say I saw you like. That
Yeah.
So
I was kind of like in the midst of like building out.
No update. We missed it. It's fine. I tried to set it 9.
Yeah, I was like, I was 25. And I told
they stopped inviting me.
oh, it's George's game?
Yeah, it was just weird. Lisa like kind of like
I think it's been long
ghosted me.
now.
Strange. We were like buddies. I don't know. I don't take it personally or anything.
It might still be coming then.
Yeah, I mean, I was
If you see me hand out 2 9s in my hand,
No, no, Fred.
They played on Tuesday.
it was the other
I
day.
guess Johnny Ho still plays it probably.
Yeah, him, Greg, Nick, Chris, George. Oh, you got Brian mad. Brian, are you mad? No.
I texted with Johnny like a few weeks ago or something. Nothing. Not about his money.
Waiting for an opportunity to say something, but the players are just getting a little needle on if you're paying attention. Wow, look at the graphics, seeing all the hands on a screen at the same time. That's Omaha.
Herbach.
Well, he was talking back then, so I thought he was active. He hasn't talked in a while.
Ready?
Yeah.
Freddie's like me, our English isn't very good.
I don't know if that's true. You gotta wonder if the game is a little too low for Fred. He'd rather be playing for bigger stakes. I might have to buy him a Red Bull or raise the blinds up here. So King Tray 8. Chris does put the chips in with the Ace Jack 9-7. Just playing position from the button there. Fred with pocket 10s 9-7 has backdoor draws. He's going to call. He's going to get around to Brian. He's going to let it go. So Fred actually has the best hand. Chris has the betting lead in position. 4 comes out. Does put a flush draw out there for Fred with hearts. He's going to check, and Chris gets to decide what to do. He bets 800. And gives Fred a pretty good price here. See, Fred sniffs this out, knows his equity here.
No,
Surgery in the morning?
yeah. I don't know, Brian has an early morning, so he's winning right now.
Wait, did none of us win? I don't know how to read these boards.
Might be operating on Doc Brian. Play one hand.
What's that?
None of us won.
It hasn't ran yet. We have 11 minutes to.
I really don't know how to read these boards.
No, see where it says 11 minutes to 6 race 6?
Thank you.
You're still the favorite.
Okay.
Fred doesn't like the spot, lets it go. Maybe his flush draw is no good.
5 to 2. It's like between 3 to.
He'll know in a half hour.
2 and 1. You're all right. As long as you push the chip this way, you're perfect.
Chris can do the one-hand stack there. Oh, I picked the wrong graphic. I hate the one with the big blind counts. No one likes that. There's our stacks. The one thing we don't actually have is the. Oh, here it is. I found the stack y'all, the stat y'all wanted to see. There we go. So Mr. Moneymaker is up right now. You see the rest of the damage there. That's what we wanted.
I'll link it up to see that one.
Thank you to the 59 of you. It seems to be gutting it out since you're all being kind of quiet here.
That's how much I want on 5-5.
It's not personal.
I don't want him to fall down. That might be.
Sometimes I talk just to get a reaction from the guys in the studio here. It's all good.
Top set?
Thought I heard a knock on the door. It was just, oh, something fell again. Yeah. Oh, your phone? Okay. Yeah. Better than the roof, brother. Oh, no, it says I have to scroll down. Did that mean we got new chat? No, we didn't. It was just a dream. It was all a dream. 6 players voluntarily putting chips in to see this flop. Your current leader looks to be the ace-8-5-5. And the flop comes 6 trade deuce, 2 diamonds. 2 pair for Chris, bottom 2 pair. Bless you there, sir. Got some flush draws out there. Got a couple pair everywhere, it seems. No, I'm good, thank you. Unless it's alcohol, but I'm on the clock. I appreciate that. No hard tea. A $300 bet here, and 4 players sticking around. The king comes on the turn, and now Doc Bryan has 2 pair, kings and trays. Dave with 2 pair also. Chris with 2 pair. And John with a gutter. I think that sums it up. So Dave checked, and Doc Bryan puts out a bet of 600 with 2 pair, kings and trays. And he also has the flush draw. See that 75% equity lockdown here. John and Chris get out, and it's back to Dave with 2 weak pair here, 6s and deuces, no other draw. Getting 4-1 on his money, so he does make the call. So 3,000 in the pot. The 10 of clubs does not do it. Check, check. See the bad news. 2 pair and 2 pair. Kings up is going to take it down. Doc Bryan is accumulating.
I would have loved it. Snap a doodle. Snap a doodle.
That will not be on a poker shirt. We're not doing snap-a-doodles.
No, you sucked out on me earlier, dude. The only one who sucked out was you. You sucked out on me.
Poker memories. We're all elephants. We don't forget anything.
You snapped out on. You sucked out on me in that one hand. Actually, 2 hands.
20? Blind 50.
Pick a card, any card.
John, blind 50?
What a gambler. Unbelievable.
Oh, good for John. Blind 50 and has aces. That's a reward. So it's 5, 5, 10, 20, 50. Fred with ace king. Against a blind 50, you're going to put a raise in there, of course. So it goes pot. I believe that comes out to like
185, 190, 190, 190.
50 raise.
150.
190.
190.
190.
the price is wrong, Bob. Oh, there's no Bob. I haven't seen Dave's hand yet, but he called pretty quickly here. Zach also calls. The action will get caught up here in a second. It looks like Doc Bryan's going to be in. And John with the blind 50 now has aces. Can he squeeze it for a large amount?
1165, I think.
I took that moment to refresh on my energy drink, and looks like John took one too.
Coffee's working.
Me and you are both 3-1 now. 2 and 6 are tied.
And David's going to stick around.
Can you ask him if I lose this hand, can we raise the buying cap?
I'm gonna call you if I have chance, obviously.
Well, I'm like more invested in this now. It's like making the game bigger.
Plan to stream until 9:30, 10 o'clock, and they can make the stakes whatever they want. I'll be at home. I'll look in the morning and see how they did.
Or you can wait.
Now that you said that.
Want this chair, sir?
1165.
Some of them home.
Call.
Brian will never fold.
He's folding.
No, he's not.
Ouch.
Good.
Honestly, these guys had more
I
chips.
mean, how can he fold there? He doesn't matter.
Well, I'll defer to you, Joey, because Omaha's not my game, but
I shouldn't have. Listen, if my hand's that good, I should have raised rather than flatted there.
well, that's a boring flop for those hands. But
I mean, if
Jack
I had
4-4.
enough hand, I would have
Sorry,
raised.
man, I really. With those odds, he should have called.
Ace is still best.
Closing the action. Like, already
Normally I'm calling, but if he has 5,
And just under 4K in the pot.
Not that much.
So, I have no massages and my skin's so stiff.
All in.
Everything on me.
Anybody watching this?
Yes, yeah, we are.
Don't turn off the horse race. The only thing keeping the action going.
Crazy, I just want to make sure.
Alright, thank you. 17 something.
We have $100 sweats here.
Alright, we faded the snap call. That's good. That's good. Look at this. We're good. We help each other out.
But I felt it this time. I was like, yeah.
Interesting pot here. Starts at the blind 50.
You did look at it.
Multi-way. Comes out with a 3-bet pre-flop.
He looked, at, he looked at my hand earlier, and I said, "This is the worst hand ever." And he looked
Well
at
done.
it. I flopped a monster, so I thought I'd do him a solid and do the same back for him.
Good guy. That was 16, but like, call was like, I'm gonna give you the key.
Click better, I would have raised.
That's why I was like,
See if
you
we
know
can
what, I think
check out this win
made it
stat.
really big.
That's not the chip stacks. That's the wins and the losses, apparently. Because if I go over to this seat button right here, bam.
Gapped up top.
Yeah, exactly.
Queen,
I'd love to
9,
just show up with like the jack high there.
8.
70 of you in here. We're watching some 4-card action on a short delay from the Orange City Racing and Card Club.
You
You want to stack it?
5-5-10 with a $20 straddle. This is 4-card action coming to you. 1,000 min, 3K max buy-in. Chris MoneyMaker and friends as well as broadcast. A lot of these players know each other. Some meeting for the first time, but definitely battling.
I didn't even hit my suit.
Are these new chips?
Yeah, I might have.
Are these like brand new chips?
Yeah, they're like maybe a few months.
They're like very slippery.
Man, I hate to
I love
complain
how
about the
Dave
new
loves to
chips.
raise what's he- doesn't matter. Every friggin' time, 3-bets him every single time. Does that bother you, Wasim?
No,
You stacked him. You stacked him. Yeah.
I just he doubled me out.
I love it.
Why
I mean,
would it bother
it's like
me?
money in the bank. Dave's gonna 3-bet him every
How we do back there?
Why would it bother me?
time.
How we do back there?
The guy is like,
Position, out of position, doesn't matter every single time.
That was pretty cool. Does anyone need to know anyone happened?
Queen Jack 8, 3 different
Right
suits. Well, seen with all the paint in his hand is going to connect. Dave with pairs in the hole, but small. He's going to look to find a set here on the turn, I guess.
Yep.
Now Wasim has a nut flush draw to go along with all his different possibilities here, and 98% equity on that one.
It's a donation. It's easy money.
Easy money. It's a donation. I like it.
It's easy money. I love it.
Nice.
And now he's gonna.
I kept
he's
it
gonna,
very small,
he's
so
gonna,
he gave me more.
He's gonna.
I should have kept it very small the next bet too, you know.
He's gonna keep doing it till he.
The fives drop down to
This is why we're here. $300,000 guaranteed main event weekend.
It's not happening.
Are you going to come play the main tomorrow? Get a chance to play with former
I
champion
mean, I don't want to say
Chris MoneyMaker. It's a $1,500 buy-in. Tomorrow will be Flight B. It's $300K guarantee. And there's satellites first thing in the morning. Satellite currently going on right now, late registration. Saturday will be the last day, so if you want to get into this $1,500 for less than $1,500, we have options as low as $186. MoneyMakerPT.com
I lucked out, so.
or any of the Orange City socials. Orange City Poker. Look us up. You will find the information you need. We'd love to see you come down and play for part of this 300K prize pool for this main event. And there's 5 other trophy events, or 6 other trophy events still going, including the tag team. There's a mix no limit in Omaha, and a mega stack still. There's a $500 double black chip bounty tournament this weekend as well. So plenty of options. If you want to come degen it up with us here at Orange City Racing and Card Club and join the MoneyMaker Poker Tour, get your hands on one of those trophies that I was so close to getting one for myself. 5 ways to the flop. Queen 7-6, 2 diamonds.
You're gonna bet the green.
Looking at my equity lock here, I see diamonds and sevens for Wasim. A 9 comes. Did anyone make a straight yet?
Oh, I can't check. I'm sorry.
A lot of outs for straights. Only 1 diamond draw.
Has anyone had aces today? I haven't seen them.
Not all hands go to showdown.
John had them once.
I just had them.
He had them
I
once.
like blind bet the 50, got aces.
Yeah. Raised,
I
3
blind
bet
bet the
flat.
50 and then got aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty strong.
Okay.
And bets on the flop of shit.
Got like rewarded for the gamble. Did I win it?
You want it?
Dave gets a check mark with 2 pair, $800 in there.
When I had to set it
Brian's first to act, and he's going to bet.
Easy to get it back.
Hard to see the camera angle there.
I'll take the
475.
biggest favorite in the next one.
All right, thank you.
Wasim probably going to let this one go, just sevens. Let's see if Dave makes a call here with just 2 pair. He does not. Brian gets it through.
Did you say you never play trips? That's exactly where you play trips, dude. That's exactly where you play the trips.
3
I told you you
8s.
can play them as blockers. You didn't listen to me.
You gotta know that the flops don't work.
I know.
I learn every day.
Maybe his 3
I
beat me.
improve every
Did I
day.
play them as blockers?
Which
I
is
didn't see,
true.
but I'm
he
glad
does.
you did.
2 is not really good enough, but 3,
Are you
those are
embarrassed?
fucking blockers.
Imagine if you had 4.
Oh, need the dump button there. I got an F-bomb.
Nice hand.
3 is
We had a swear bucket here. Doc Brian would be donating.
At least you are the second best doctor at the game.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
Just that. At that point.
Little raise, I shove. Okay, I know for a fact it's not.
2 doctors at the table. Who's the second best doctor? I don't know.
And that's all that
I
matters.
have to shop around here.
That will be the highlight of the real.
I just heard that part got cut out on
Playing
accident.
in a bubbly.
I play, I raise, I don't hit.
Fred's not happy unless there's 100K on the table. Like,
That's it.
Fred is depressed. The chips actually too small.
What am I gonna do? Probably 3K more than
Honest to God, Doc, you got so lucky in that hand. You got so lucky.
I know.
little raise.
I had
Little-
that
little
straight
call.
draw, flush draw. I missed it all.
I know. It's hard to get frisky when 3 8s are blocked. Yeah, it was nice. And I stopped there anyway.
John's VPIP is 27%.
But in case they're
What's
too
mine?
small pair,
Which is like perfect.
Am I the highest?
I mean, if you're trying to play good,
The VPIP stack is on the
if
screen.
you're trying to make a stream game look good.
I'm trying. Come on.
3 spades on a flop. No one with a flush. Wasim's got an open ender. Brian's got an open ender. I think they all had some kind of straight draw. Zach now has a straight. Only 10 high, but the other straights are still live. Board pair 7s. Zach's 8-6 is going to complete a straight.
What's that now? I will make a bet. I don't know what the numbers are, but that mine isn't the lowest.
You have a straight.
I don't have the lowest EPA.
And he wins the maximum. Or not.
Better straight if anything else
What do you
came.
guess, Freddie?
Same.
You guys both play that. What?
You both play that shit. right
Just
now.
seen the comment about Zach ripping up Newports outside. That does dawn on me. Thank you.
I don't even know what you want.
I do feel bad.
The only reason I know is
Freddie.
Taking a peek and see if anyone wants to come join us in the booth here. Bring some energy to the stream.
The numbers. Yeah, actual proof that I'm playing high.
It's just me and the production, guys.
he has the lowest VPI.
27%.
Who's got
If
the
I
I
raise
would
the
have guessed
board
you were around
with
25, but apparently I'm
I
lower.
was trying
I'm
to
second.
trap
He's
you.
first.
I would have thought it wasn't close.
Where am I?
If this doesn't pick up, I might have to drive over and watch this UFC event on Sunday instead, huh?
I thought about calling you for one out.
I
I
felt that
had one out.
500
I
ace
had
queen
one
jack
out there.
7 rainbow. It was like the best hand I'd seen.
Actually, I think the UFC event's on Saturday, so probably wouldn't make it.
Didn't work, obviously.
Actually, wait. I don't think I do. You had ace 6 then? Yeah, I was wrong dead. I mean, I was at a.
So I guess the delay is now showing in the room, so they can analyze past play. That's fun. They're all going to break their necks turning around here.
Oh my gosh. Wasim, I'm like 90% sure.
7
I'm
trade
90%
deuce
sure I
deuce.
rebet you and
I
it was
wonder if
called and you
that's
just
like
slided your aces.
the equivalent to 7
I
deuce.
tried it and I had a one diamond in my hand. I thought maybe I could try to win it, but it didn't work out for me. But if I ace three flop, I know you're not folding and he's not folding either.
I had queen 10 deuce 5. I was trying
It's
to.
better for me to
I was
play
trying.
that way
I was trying to play the panda.
to see if I can tap you.
The Omaha Panda, the Queen
If
10
the ace
deuce
comes to
5.
hit me, you would not know what hit you.
He did have
I check as well.
Or
You had a flush there, Zach?
Yeah.
he had a 5 high flush.
But I had.
We got a set of jacks here for Fred.
You look very skinny on TV.
I am skinny.
No, you look very skinny on TV. You know how they say the camera adds 10 pounds? For you, it like takes away like 20 pounds.
That's too kind.
God.
Yeah, I'd love to get Byron Rodriguez to come in and say hi to you all in the stream, but he's a little stream shy. Also running a $300,000 guarantee. It's a little hard to get him to step away for a moment. He only does 18 hours a day.
Zach's checking the turn 100%.
On how he stays so beautiful, hardly gets any rest.
John's thinking I might do something stupid.
But if he does,
No,
Sad,
if
he
you
might
just
call.
call,
Exactly.
even if you just call, he's gonna play with you
Well,
on the
well,
turn.
I know, but once I-
I'm gonna fold. I know that. I'm not
I know,
playing
once I
him
call,
out
you're
there,
checking the
but-
turn, right?
Huh?
Once I call, you're checking the turn.
That would be quads.
Yes, but he may not be checking.
No, he's checking the turn for sure.
small.
Okay, then you can
Seems
put a
that Chris
small
always
bet.
folds the quads. We'll have to ask Nicole about that.
No, you mean like I lead turn? Lean turn is just not a thing.
What's a solver? Is that banned at the World Series?
I really small too. I like really wide.
I don't know.
I think you can call and
Nothing
lead
against
with a small bet,
Heads up, you call. 3 ways you raise. This is the gospel.
according to John.
This is what Freddie told me.
John? Already taught you.
It just looks natural for Fred to be stacking chips. It's just such a repetitive thing. He's an expert at it.
The problem is if in the board pairs, you don't know where you stand.
I didn't even really care too much about that. Like, you want to get value from a set that continues flushes fold. It's like it just gets checked through so much, you never get to play big pot. Play big pot. You got the nuts, you want a lot of money.
Yeah, true. But you gotta bring
I feel like everyone here got the hair and makeup memo except for me.
Yeah, it just folds through a lot.
Oh, we have an exposed card. Oh, man. Everyone saw but us.
Also, maybe inspire Zach to do something. Something a little out of line.
Oh, Dave goes 50 in the dark, does not get
If I had
aces.
a worse hand, I might have thought about it, you know. But I had
Yeah, that's funny.
Zach calls with pair of nines, 5 tray, 1 suit. I hope they know it's 50 in the dark. It's going to get around to Fred here.
pair and like one blocker.
Fred's going to call with king, king, 8-4. Wasim is in. Oh. Dave can't raise because he was 50 in the dark, but that was kind of funny for him to drop the orange in there. A little bluffage.
I think I'm winning the VPIP race.
Queen, 7, jack, 2 hearts.
What do you got, like 60%? Really? Gotta be.
Now 2 spades.
Yeah, see this stupid hand?
Couple flush draws out there.
That was a little advertising.
And Fred makes the very big nut flush on the river. Runner, ace, deuce of spades. He's going to bet 75, get a call from Dave, who has a pretty low flush there himself, 6-4. Yep, 6-high flush, no good. And here we go again, Fred taking chips. All right, Valerie's going to step out for a minute. Bates going to come back in. We'll show a couple quick pictures here. The leaderboard, what is that? It is our brand new promotion starting in January of 2025. We're going to keep track of all the points accumulated in our daily regular tournaments and pay out $2,500 a month to the top finishers and invite the top winner of each month back in 2026 for a Tournament of Champions. So that's leaderboard coming to you in January. And my best infomercial voice, don't forget about Big Ass High Hands, January 1st. And why we're here, $300,000 MoneyMaker guaranteed main event today through the 16th. Day 1A today, day B tomorrow, C on Saturday. Everyone returns for day 2 on Sunday, and on Monday we will be back with a live stream paying out the big amount. See if we can get first place somewhere near $100,000. We'll see. 2 more days to play this, and satellites going for as low as $186. Check out all the details on moneymakerpt.com. That's PT for Poker Tour, or on the Orange City socials. Happy to have you come visit us at the Orange City Racing and Card Club. If you haven't been since our expansion, see the new tables, see the new chips, see the bright lights and all the excitement. And one of these 2 dealers might be dealing to you at a final table on Monday if you play the Moneymaker main event. 4-card check. There it is, Dave. Looks like it's going to be on Doc Bryan, who's looking at the past. What hands did I play? Maybe that 3-8 bluff just finally showed up on the board. What's he thinking? But he seems to be intrigued. He is going to limp for 20. Chris is going to pop it to 75 on the button with 10-8-8-7. Doc Wasim is in. Dave's in. It's on Doc Bryan. What would you do if it was on you, sir?
Brian,
I'm something. I'm out. So 3-handed with King 7-5-4 for Wasim. Dave with the Jack 9-6-5 1 suit. Chris holding 10s with an 8-7 single suit. Trey 7 deuce on the flops. Going to give an open ender. Wasim with a pair. Big chunk of equity there. Got some running flush outs for Dave and Chris. Some other straight outs available too. We have a $200 bet and a raise. Trying to go pot maybe 855 from Wasim, open ender. I got 915. See all the outs for Wasim on top? He's got too many outs, as some would say. The whole world in the deck. Now he has those flush outs. Went from 18 up to 20, and we're 50-50 statistically on the equity here. And he's going to pot for an all-in. I think he put a little bit too much in. He's going to get a rebate here.
Might as well just get it all in.
Alright, sure.
They are going to get it all in. We'll see how many times they go.
What do you want to do? Once or twice?
Doesn't matter to me.
So Chris now is open-ended also with his pair of tens.
He's a guest, so I'll give him a
Play it straight. I noticed that.
Just under 8K in this pot. Let's sit back and see what happens here.
That's what I'm ready for.
And he's a guest, come on.
He has pocket threes sometimes too. So I just think,
Is it wrap a lot, I guess? That might be a good card.
That's you, Chris.
That might be a good card for you,
I
too.
think, Chris.
2 clean runouts for Chris. Wasim does make...
You really got a set over there? No way.
I'm a straight draw, flush draw.
Oh, no.
I
Wasim makes
all
the
I have
2
was a pair
pair.
of tens. I just knew that was good.
Good read. Pretty sick.
Wow, Chris.
He had the 6 covered, too.
No, he had an open ender.
No,
I know you had open-ender.
Chris made the right read, and Wasim was rewarded twice with kings.
I know. I turned open ender. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was say when he makes the 6, you win.
Yeah. No.
There's not even an open ender.
Wow, the one card you wouldn't expect to come out to win it. Wasim takes both boards down
How does he win?
He has 10-8.
with a
That's what I'm
clean
saying, he had an
king.
open ender.
No, because his 6 is dead, so he has an 8.
That's what I'm saying. So he,
Yeah, yeah. I thought you were saying he
he's
has
got a
an
good
open
hand
ender.
there, except that he has clubs now, too.
Yeah, clubs, king.
The clubs don't.
That's the most quiet Wasim's been.
No. I thought he had what he had. So.
What he had. Good read.
Hey Tony, I need 2,500
I wish it was that easy.
or 2,400 actually.
King, king.
So how much is it?
Tony, please bring me to 3K if you would.
Let's just go on a heater. Punish these guys.
There's a Nickelback. Oh, that was the worst reference ever.
How much you in for?
Mute that. Please cut that out of the stream. Keep the change. No one likes that band.
I'm adding 2,400.
Total.
See how quickly this caught up here. It caught up pretty quick. See Wasim, currently the big winner. Arrived late. Stack it all up.
You will see on the stream.
Chris
You're gonna
back
watch
to
how
a
it's done.
fresh 3K stack here.
He had a very very good.
He had a mediocre hand. Whatever. Got there.
What do you mean mediocre hand?
You guys want to raise the cap?
No. No?
Is it really that big of a problem for the graphics to raise it? It's like preset? For us to raise the stakes, it's like that.
Yeah.
That is that big of a production issue?
No, it's not. But everybody will have to agree to it. Once we start the game, we have to keep this.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to disagree.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would disagree. I mean, I don't want to force anybody what they want to do, but I'd be surprised. So just make it like a 5K cap.
I don't care. Whatever you guys want.
Players trying to discuss making it a bigger game. You kind of set the game up. You put the parameters out. Everyone tends to agree. Then they get here and
Whatever everybody wants. I'm like down for it.
try and stay consistent.
So how much do you want to raise the limit?
Get some peer pressure here too. Yeah, I agreed to play 3K, and all of a sudden, hey, now we're playing for 10K.
What's wrong with
Do
what
it
we've got?
5K. I mean, there's enough money.
No, we have 5, 5.
But in reality, an hour from now, they'll be able to do whatever they want because we're only streaming 3 hours or so, and they can play whatever stakes they want.
With my newfound wealth.
We only started
Wow.
a couple hours. Jesus Christ. It's not like we've been playing this game for hours.
You've actually played, according to my thing, 35 hands.
Care less either way.
Whatever you guys want to do.
You guys do the uncap, I pay the rate.
Let's do that.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
gonna pay the rate.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
pay the rate. And I gamble a little bit.
Gamble.
Unbelievable.
Can't believe it. I gave them like bonus, they don't say this one.
I didn't say no, Fred. I didn't say no.
Or some people.
125.
Just have fun. You guys hate money.
What's he?
As soon as on you.
250 for 125.
He's thinking about that.
No. He's thinking about like organizing his chips in a certain way.
Organizing my chips.
Got a brand new.
Trying to recruit us a guest to maybe come in and chat for a minute.
Thank you.
I buy the drinks, too. Buy food, whatever you want.
I mean, how can we pass
That's
that
offer
If you look
is
at the
getting
menu,
pretty good.
please, now that he's buying the
I don't even know what the
Look at
offer is,
menu.
but I'll take it.
Yeah, we
He's
do.
offering to buy
We do
Yeah, he's
uncapped.
dinner and
offering-
pay the rate.
We do uncapped, 10, 25, 50. All you can
That's so
afford
funny. I thought I had a special guest lined up for us, but he's still playing in the main. Congrats to him. He might bag the chip lead. No comment.
down south and Tampa.
We'll make it 10 and a quarter, 20K buy.
I'm taking 250 off the table.
Whatever you guys want.
That's how much your massage was?
That's goes funny.
Good tip. That's a good tip.
It's all right.
I think we should keep the
She
way
does
it
decent.
is, and I think we can raise up to 5K.
I'm from.
I'm
then
okay
that's-
with 5K.
You can
but
buy
I
into
think
5K?
We should keep the circuit as it
That's
is.
We
not.
should do-
That's not keeping it the way it is.
No, we should do a 3-blind game.
Yeah,
I think 3-blind game's actually better.
No, we just
You right?
play this game for 3 hours.
Oh, the busiest man besides Byron is now going to join
It's
us.
not a bad game.
Mr. Tony Burns, welcome to the booth.
Thank you. Nobody tops Byron in terms of hours put in when it comes to one of these series here.
Well, maybe mentally you're also pretty involved.
Yeah, mentally. Yeah, like kind of like the Wizard of Oz, always buying the curtain somewhere.
We were delayed, but we were just watching Chris ask you for a quick rebuy on stream.
Keep the same.
Yeah, he had to look like he had to go to the backpack
Or
after.
the Tony ATM?
No. He brings his own cash. He just requested a reload from the backpack. So
And then he had to take it off to pay the masseuse. So
yeah,
it happens.
It does. It happens to the best of us. So I was watching the hand from the room. It looked like pretty big spot there, right? 50-50 to the river, and
Unfortunate for
unfortunate
there.
for Chris, but
The king is not the card you expect, and then he hits kings twice.
King, yeah, definitely not the card you probably expected to see there. So
What's interesting, it was the most quiet Wasim has been. He kind of a little gun shy pulling those kings, but Chris doesn't know a lot of these guys, but he has played with some in the past. But a lot of the players at this table have actually battled for years against each other and have a lot of history. Chris seems to be fitting in, having played on some of these streams in Daytona, playing 2 cards with some of these guys in the past. But it's fun to have him here. But this is kind of a weird game. The players are all pushing for bigger stake.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking a minute ago saying that some of these guys agree to play a stake and then you get peer pressured in. But Chris isn't afraid of battle, and I've seen him play bigger. But, for Orange City on a Thursday night, little 4-card action, I mean, we got a lot of money on the table.
yeah, for sure. You guys seem like they're enjoying each other's company, and it's been a social game. So that's a big part of poker. I think that you don't see the social aspect, especially when it comes to tournament. It's a lot quieter, but the cash games are a little bit looser, and the conversation's been plentiful. Good-hearted.
Yeah,
And
I expected some needling, but they've been pretty kind to each other.
They have.
John was rewarded.
Yeah, but
They've been running the blind 50 here and there, and John wakes up with pocket aces in his and is able to put a 4-bet in, and those are good signs. It's kind of fun. But so, tell me about Flight A. I saw we were in the 70s in registration, 300K guarantee, a lot of satellites. We did the milestone yesterday, which was hugely popular. I'm so glad you and Byron decided to bring that here. I know that started out in Vegas. Trying to do new things that are exciting. 10 seats given away that way, but 70 running?
73.
73?
73 was the final number today.
And Jeff Trudeau's out there stacking chips. I was just talking to him on a tweet a second ago.
He is, and then looks like some of the satellite players are still hanging tough as well. And always like to see that story. Chris-esque story. Taking micro stake money and turning it into life-changing money. You never know what $50,000 to $100,000 means to somebody in their life.
Our last winner from Daytona, Michael Snow, was actually in the field. Don't know if he's still in there. If not, he'll probably give it another shot. But I did see him in there, and you hit that win, and you go, you know what, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And Chris did it, and here he is 20-something years later with a tour named after him.
That's crazy, right? You never know. And Chris, his win inspired so many people, and to see Michael out there today, before I came in the booth, I didn't see him still in the field, so.
I'm sure we'll see him again, though.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see him either tomorrow or on Saturday and give it another run of.
Can we look at the menu? He's buying the food.
getting a run of establishing his Central Florida dominance, I think I put it.
Talk about Florida dominance. We were blessed by an appearance by Raminator, who 4 Moneymaker trophies now.
4 trophies in almost 2 years.
3 of them in Daytona and Orange City. Right?
Yeah, I believe that is the number.
He took 2 in the same series last August.
Yep, and he's got 1, I believe, down in West Palm. So, yeah, you know, Rami continuing his, you know, dominance countrywide. 73 total wins, which it's hard enough to win 1 tournament, let alone 73. And you know, I put it in my tweet that I started working in South Florida in 2007. His first cash in South Florida came in 2011 at a then Isle Battles at the Beach tournament, and I'm pretty sure I was running that tournament. But
believe it.
Yeah, became friends, you know, through the poker world, like so many with Rami, and seeing him, you know, compete and continue to grow his game over the last decade. You know, and with his group, you know, the Slum Donkeys, with Jack and you know, just a good camaraderie.
That whole group was there on the rail when Femi won his $1 million, the Big 50. I was out there for that one, sweating that final table. And South Florida has definitely had a run of crushers come out, but all of Florida now seems to be on the map.
Yeah, I mean, Florida has definitely produced, you know, some poker stars. No pun intended, you know, over the years. And, you know, all the way you look back at the days of Jason Mercier and the Grinder, you know, kind of the original Florida OGs. And
the Grinder brother doing it too.
And Robert, Robert, that whole family, you know.
I guess I'll take the 3-horse.
You know, definitely some crushers in Florida. But, yeah, I mean, the trend is continuing, you know, with these Florida players and, you know, bringing home gold quite often.
You and I were there in 2007, different parts of Florida, but when No Limit first came in, who would have predicted this today? You know, that seems like a lifetime ago.
It does. I was actually just talking about it. My first job was here in Central Florida on the Sun Cruise Casino back in 2006. Started out as a dealer, and you know, to watch the progression of Florida poker. I mean, I played Florida poker when I was 18 and playing for, you know, I remember throwing in $2 chips at a time.
$2, yeah.
And you know, just coming from quarter poker to now these, you know, these tournaments that just exist throughout the state, all the way up to, you know, 25, 50K high rollers down south. So it's pretty amazing where Florida poker's come, you know, in the last 2 decades.
And look at the poker tour that you're running here when we are up to 23 trophies now on this stop. And we had a mini high roller. I called it a mini high roller, but it was a single day 50K. God, it seems like last week, but it was only yesterday.
It was yesterday.
$1,100 buy-in and, you know, 50K on a Wednesday, a prize pool. And I think we got around 55, 56,000, right? I mean, that's great.
Oh, for a first-time tournament, you know, I've been part of, you know, great organization where, you know, starting out from, you know, growing these things, and whenever you can build it to that level where it's at, you know, that we just hit off the rip is a heck of an accomplishment. So kudos to the team here in Orange City, yourself, you know, Richard running a great room, and the cash games here, you know, talking to the players, they love the cash action here.
We're lucky that we have a company that's willing to invest and keep growing. Just hearing the players a few minutes ago talking about the new chips, and obviously everyone can see the expansion we've done here. You know, you can be proud talking to the dealers, and you hear from them, wow, I had a player who drove in from South Carolina, and they're raving about what we have here. They want to move closer. And it's like, hey, we're right near Orlando. Bring the family down. You can play Disney and play poker, and it's, you know, it's great. And we have opportunities now almost every weekend. We're doing something at either Room, Daytona, or Orange City. And then knowing every quarter we're having a tour like yours come through here. And the players you bring in, the following you guys have, there's something about the trophy. Maybe it's the color combo. They just want to have one on the mantle. I mean, the main event trophy this time is substantial.
It is.
Is that the biggest one you've had?
It is the biggest one in terms of measurement, but in terms of weight, I actually lessened the weight because it was getting to be a little obnoxious, especially trying to either ship it or put it on an airplane. So you know, we've gone to the drawing board on the art trophy, and I'm pretty happy the way to where we have it now.
We did too. We copied a little bit. We need to do something different. We did our almighty stack. We tried to build like a chip stack thing, and you know, as you were driving in, you probably saw that eyesore on I-4. We call that an Altamont. That had a little inspiration there, but you know, we talked about Ramy earlier. You see his picture, his trophy collection. People love it, and it's worth making the drive to play a big guaranteed prize pool, get an awesome trophy, get immortalized, get a photo with a moneymaker and the painting in back there. Tell us about that real quick as we see behind Wasim and Danny.
Yeah, so actually that is done by a friend of mine. His name is Joseph Gordonley. I met him during my time at Seminole Hard Rock. Tremendous work, amazing story in what, you know, he paints for. And I'll get some more information that I can share with everybody. But just a great story of you know, why he paints. He paints for philanthropy, trying to raise $1 million right now.
Sounds like the old Highwaymen thing. They kind of started organically and just grew.
Yeah, he's trying to, like I said, raise $1 million for charity, and he's well on his way. I think he was telling me that I can't remember what station was wanting to do a story about it, because I think he's over halfway there, but he's painted for a lot of stars, and like I said, just
So he started doing one for you guys for each main event.
yeah, I thought it was going to be an interesting touch, you know, to put on that. You know, what could people walk away from this event that you can't walk away from another tournament? And you know, it's autographed by Chris, and you know, it's got the dual logos with, you know, our logo and the property. But I thought it was an interesting touch to have you know. At our events, you know, some people appreciate art and you know, display it proudly on their wall or wherever they want to put it.
And that's why Chris is lucky to be partnered with someone like you to have the insight to think more than just a trophy. Here's a memento where a trophy is a trophy, but you put something like that on the wall, it's a conversation starter, and it also you remember the room, remember the event. Chris personally signed it. Maybe you get a photo with Chris too. I've seen people did a meet and greet earlier too with Chris taking photos. That's what kind of this tour is about. Give someone a chance to get in a big event for a small price, make a memory, and share it. And that's, you know, the good parts about poker.
Yeah, it's, you know, I argue all the time, and I think I've shared this on stream before, is that even before going to work for Chris, and even though he signs my checks, he is the greatest ambassador for poker. The greatest living ambassador we have. I mean, with the passing of Doyle and Mike Sexton, I think, you know, Chris has fallen into that role where, and he wants to fall into that role of being kind of like a Doyle 2.0, where he's kind of the, you know, he's the legend now. He's the urban legend, and his stories and, you know, where he came from. So
it kind of disappeared where we go back, you and I have been in the business a long time, where whoever won the main event for the next year became the unofficial ambassador. I'm using air quotes, and I remember back in the day where an Ambrose Slim or so-and-so would go on, you know, Johnny Carson or whatever it is. But it doesn't really happen. We used to be able to go back and name the main event winners. 2002 is this gentleman. 2003 is Moneymaker. 4 is Rainbow, blah, blah, blah. The last few years, they kind of win it. Maybe they disappear. Some of them stick around a little bit. But the longevity of Chris, and still competing, and you know better than I do his Venoms and Tritons, whatever it is. I mean, he's still doing it, and he's playing in the 4-card streets, and it's like nothing.
yeah, I mean, the fact that he's still doing it at a high level now, and he's competing in, you know, the Triton events, and he's playing online, and he's, you know, he's
against all these solver kids.
Yeah, I mean, not only is he competing at a high level, he's, you know, he's winning, and he's still relatable, and he's, you know, he's catching the eye of the new generation of poker, you know, and people are learning about his story and, you know, what he means to the game. So, like I said, working with Chris, I really truly believe that I'm working for somebody that story that's never going to be replicated. He's just an amazing person to work, you know, to know in general, and anybody that's talked to Chris or had any interactions with him, and just know the type of person he is, and I feel very fortunate to work with him.
What's interesting to me, and I won't keep you very long, is I've known about Chris since 2003, and I was in poker myself, obviously. I thought I knew everything. He actually has a biography. I don't know if it's official or not, but I've read it. The MoneyMaker one. It has the red and green cover, whatever it is. But I still hear stories that I had never heard before. And I'm not going to bring one up now because I don't know how public it is, but he's so interesting because you're like, oh, I know everything about this guy. He won a satellite. He won $2.5 million, blah, blah, blah. Sam Farha. Hey, are you awake at the table? Do you know what's on you? Mm-hmm. All those things, the 4 or 5. And then you still hear stuff. And, you know, Chris is a very, very interesting guy. So if you ever get a chance to talk to him, he's down to earth, and that's what makes him a great champion. We all know Helmuth and Negreanu will stop and take the picture, but how often will they stop and actually talk with you? They're busy. Yeah. Chris makes the time for you. Right now, it looks like he's handling some business, and he passed the masseuse on, so she got a break. She's on
Yeah.
to John.
Yeah.
But Chris is very relatable, and I think that's what it comes down to is he's the everyday guy. He made it. He didn't change, and that's what's great.
I mean, like you said, Daniel and Phil are great ambassadors, and what they've done for the poker through the past 2 decades plus.
Phil raises a lot of money for charity, and
Oh.
he gets a bad rep for some of his behavior, but, I mean, he's a philanthropist. He's great. But Chris is different.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, Chris is more of a mellow guy. You know, during the whole poker boom, he didn't really, as you would say, he didn't do much for his brand, you know, and he's kind of doing it later down the road, and he probably didn't capitalize when things were truly hot.
He was with Stars because back in the day when you played, you either signed Stars or Full Tilt to make the final table, and they put a patch on you. And, you know, he stuck with him. He's a loyal guy, but he did his own thing, too.
Yeah, he was. And,
Well, he got a.
yeah, I mean, he was sharing earlier the story, you know, about he's, like you put it, everyday guy. He's taking care of his new puppies back home, you know, with his wife, and that's just the type of guy that Chris is. I mean, he mows his own grass. You know, I put up a video of him on his own riding lawnmower. You know, people think he lives on 3 acres, and you know, he mows his own grass. So kind of like Forrest, right?
And the last thing I'll say about it is he can handle and give a needle, because he comes to Daytona every couple months now or whatever it is for an event, and he knows, oh, there's going to be that idiot manager Ryan over there is going to say something stupid. He probably doesn't even remember my name, but I always needle him, and he needles right back, and he just takes it.
Oh yeah,
He's got the best sense of humor. He doesn't care. He deflects.
No, trust me, working for Chris, you have to have tough skin.
Yeah, how's your HR department? Is it good?
It's non-existent. He is HR, so.
That's great. No, we're so glad to have you guys come through when you do, and we do these cash game streams. We know that Monday stream will probably be in the hundreds. People want to watch final table action. You know, I'm excited about it. There's a chance Chris could be at that final table. We know Jeff Trudeau's out there. I'm sure there's some other pros that are coming through, but the best stories are when someone like Michael Snow wins it, a regular, someone who lives in the area, or someone that traveled and won their way in on a satellite. And that's really what it all comes down to for the Moneymaker Tour. You can get into a $1,500 tournament for as low as 86 or 186. I'm just, who's the next winner? Are they out there today, or are they not bought in yet?
Very true. You know, we don't know.
And we have a tag team tomorrow, Tony. We've never done it before.
I know, excited for that. I know Byron wanted to get that one on the schedule after, you know, hearing some of the requests out there, and listening to the players is a very important part.
The best part about talking to Tony is how quickly or how much he's analyzing these hands, but we're actually not talking hands because the players are talking pretty good. But if you guys can sit in here, he's got like eyes like a hawk. He's looking at these boards. I see him flickering over to the whole cards and the bot size betting. I mean,
I've been taking up PLO a little bit more, and really enjoy the game, trying to learn from Chris and, you know, watching it. So I'm still a bit of a, you know, a fanboy of the game myself, and, you know, I enjoy being on the felt.
it's hard for me to want to take it up more when I see these equities just flopping back and forth so close together. And in Hold'em, you know, oh, I'm 4-1 favorite. In PLO, there's no such thing.
No, definitely the variance is a lot higher in PLO, and especially 5-card. You know, you've seen 5-card PLO become popular, and the 5-card PLO event that we had here, you know, another great, you know, successful event. That's one thing to say that, you know, for a first-time event here, we've had some great one-day events.
The mixed games were just,
yeah,
they went off.
Yeah, they do. I mean, look, this is a great poker room, you know, with its proximity to Orlando and Daytona. You know, there's so many people in Florida, and Florida poker is, I will argue it to be some of the best poker in the country.
And it's all relatively young. It's all in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's
Who would have thought? They said, oh, if you go to no limit, we'll see how it goes. And bam, it just blew up. It hasn't stopped. And even through the recession we had, or mini recession, and even through COVID and all that, we're still growing. That's why we just added 18 tables, put the money into this live stream, and we're excited to bring products. And we're excited to see you guys back. I love hanging out with you all and seeing the players that come through. It's great. And plus, your merch tables seem a little light. You guys came with a bunch of stuff. Seems like people are going to be wearing the Moneymaker stuff all over Orlando.
Yeah, no, it's been nice. You know, people meeting a lot of new people. You know, here, and they have definitely been buying up our merch. we got some great variety that over time.
Could be
That,
better. Could be a
Not to interrupt you, what about the dealer button? That was the thing. We're like, man, your dealer buttons are awesome. Now you bring every morning I come in, I say hi to Tony. I'm like, how many dealer buttons did you sell yesterday? And it's a true story.
and we just sold one about a half an hour ago. So, that was another thing that we've developed over time. I think we're on version number 3 or 4 of our dealer buttons.
Who would have thought that's the thing, the dealer buttons? No other tour does that.
No, I've always made sure that we've sold the dealer
this
buttons
race,
that obviously
I
aren't
got
in
to pick the
play.
horse for me, and then he said,
But
"Pick
the
his horse
the
for
ones
you."
that we have on the
So
table
I picked the
now,
best horse.
I
And then
really
I said,
enjoy
"Pick the
these.
bad
We
horse."
do give the winner of
I picked 2 for him.
the main event their dealer button from their table, kind of as a memento as well.
Oh
So, but yeah, the old dealer buttons, they have people like to put them in their cash games.
Uh-oh, what do we got going here?
Yeah, we got some fun going on here. It looks
So
like.
we have a 4-bet.
755.
Yes.
Oh,
Can I play his hand?
I think Fred had a blind 50. He's got 3-bet.
Yes.
Chris wants his hand back.
Not even now.
I feel I'm gonna start playing.
It says it's only hand 42. There's no way. I mean, there's been some crazy action here
It
tonight.
is. It's stuck a little.
I know you got to run. Let's see what happens with this.
Yeah, let's watch this one.
So ace 7-7. I don't see a 7 in anyone's hand, but we do have jacks for Brian and
Fred gets there.
oh, Fred did have the ace. Okay, but there's any flush draws out there? No,
No flush draws.
really, no backdoor draws at
No,
all.
his bet should just take it down. I mean,
Brian got sticky earlier in a big spot. I thought he was going to make a call where he was kind of dead, but he was pretty set on making a read there.
let's see.
But you don't want to play. Fred is a legend in Florida. We talked earlier about his Melanie Weisner hand. If you want to YouTube it, it's hilarious. They're in the main event. I think they're in the money. They might be day 5 or 6, and he raises and she ships over the top with ace king, and he has like 5-4 or 5 deuce, but her bet's like 10% of his stack, so he just instant calls, and the look on her face is just death.
Yeah.
Draw drops, and of course he gets there. And I ask him about it all the time, and I laugh. He goes, "She shouldn't have raised me. She knows I'm not folding no matter what I have." But you don't expect the ace king to get called by the 5 high. But that's Fred the Fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when your nickname's Fred the Fish, I mean you can't disappoint. So, how's the chat doing out there tonight? They've been being active.
It's been a little quiet. We had 1 or 2 glitches. Got some staff members saying hi, which is always nice. Joey, who won one of the Omaha events early on,
Yeah,
is in there.
Yeah, Joey won the double black chip PLO bounty. Congrats again to Joey.
He's putting a video about it together, which will be pretty cool. And we had a friend from Poker Org today do a video on Twitter that turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, he's joining us first time with the tour. Right now, Poker Org is spread throughout the world with their event coverage, and Lefty, who's normally with us, is at another venue. So happy to have Mike here, and he's doing some great work.
And we always have Omar here taking the best pictures in the business. Can't go wrong.
Omar is the best in the business. He truly is, and so glad to have him here, with the tour. And met Omar sometime at my time at Hard Rock, and we just kept in touch through the years. And that's the great thing about poker. You never know who you're going to meet. The networking that we do, you never know where you're going to end up. And like I said, this poker family, we're all connected within a name or two.
It really is, and I've joked in the past that I hire you as a brush one day, and then the next day I'm working for you. So you gotta watch who you meet. There's a lot of contacts and networking.
100%, 100%. And it's a great industry to get into. It's if you're a fan of the game, or dealing, flooring, chip running, you get to watch games and learn so much about it. So
where are you guys headed next after Orange City?
Well, I have a contract pending, trying to get.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it is okay. We do have a contract pending. We are hopeful to be back there in early February. So hopefully make that announcement. Hopefully this weekend. I wanted to get it announced during the weekend. But West Palm, we're going to be back in West Palm for our February stop.
Is there going to be a horse tournament on that? Because, Tony, I'm due. I had a rough experience. I finished second, and I've held these trophies, and it's like that Stanley Cup thing. I'm going to have one, and I told everyone it's going to be like a kitty backpack or like a pet dog. That thing is going with me everywhere I go.
Oh, you get the taste and you want to get there. Yeah, so there will be a horse event. That schedule has been finalized. So about the same time that we get out this stop announcement, I wanted to pretty much announce them both at the same time.
Well, you could just whisper it to me off air because I'm definitely coming down to claim my title. But I did enjoy seeing you guys down there, and Tony did hook me up with some merch. So if you get to see Tony, you better find yourself one of these nice polos. Or you guys now have all kinds of different brands too. So
yeah, we got polos, we got
Adidas action.
Yeah, Adidas pullovers and polo shirts.
Look at this hand. Jack's full, huh? But nothing else for anybody.
No, nothing else happening for anybody. Fred picked up a flush. No good flush draw on the turn.
Second or third time, John's had a really big hand, but not against anything. So it's kind of the bummer in that position when you finally get one. But Chris folded to quads again, by the way, on this stream, if you didn't see the replay.
I didn't.
We talked about it with Nicole earlier in the 2-card game they played. So Chris sniffs out those quads. He actually made a very, very big laydown earlier, so kudos.
I saw that he had turned a set of 9s against Brandon's top set, which was Brandon disguised it, and Chris was funny.
He sniffs them out.
He does. He was like, did I make a good fold? He was really, for that half-hour delay. He was,
not to ruin your night, but I brought up Chris in your hands on a previous stream, and Nicole told me that you told her off when the game ended on the stream that you got your money back then. I didn't know that,
So not that night. I had to beat him out of a couple pots. So Chris actually slow rolled me again at another game for a substantial.
I know
pot.
he signed your checks, but you bust your butt, bro. I mean, the slow rolls.
Yeah, he slow rolled me. He slow rolled me twice, but the last 2 pots that we have played, I have gotten him back for those figures.
You've gotten him back on the pot, but would you slow roll him?
Oh, I did slow roll him. It wasn't as effective because it wasn't on a live stream, but the first one I slow rolled him, it was a good slow roll, but like I said, it wasn't captured and didn't go viral like his slow roll.
That is the one needle in poker that no matter how good of a buddy you are, a slow roll just hits you right.
Well, the funny thing about it is I knew it was coming, so that's why I just sat there. And when you know that it's coming, you just feel that it's coming. You
just get it over with already, though.
Yeah.
Was it one of those 2-pair 4s and 4s? That's the worst.
Yeah, no, I tried to hero call him, and the second time he slow rolled me, and he told me I was actually good. He gave me the "you're good," and I've been slow rolled quite a bit in 2024. I got slow rolled
this year to be over with?
Yeah, no, I'm over the slow rolls, but
what was the last one?
I got slow rolled in Daytona, but it's okay. It's okay. Hey, I can take it.
You have to have a thick skin in this game, and there is some luck involved. But the slow roll is just a component that it's a needle that hurts.
Yeah, and it's like a borderline between a needle and a slow roll. The fun ones are when they tell you that you've won or you have it. So. But we got one brewing here.
So Chris raised to 16. Fred found a 3-bet, got a called, and now Chris 4-bets it. 700-ish?
Yeah, Chris probably figures that he has all the low cards, with everybody calling. He's probably sniffed out this game where everybody's got big cards, which...
You're going meta on me, but okay.
No, that's,
It's true.
It's true in this spot where Chris just feels like he has all the middle to low cards, and he's putting in a big bet.
Everyone's battling each other for the big cards.
Yeah, everybody's got each other's outs, and
when he hits it, it's a home run.
Yeah, when he hits it, when the board comes, I don't know what the flop is here, but I'm going to say if it comes like, 7-5 X, I mean he's going to have a wrap to Sunday, and
this is definitely the heat check right here.
This is going to be a big one.
This is going to be a big one.
If I can somehow fade all of them.
And I don't know how Brian folds with the pot odds with the 10s here. He smacks a 10. He's in good shape, even though there's one dead.
Yeah, this is the biggest pot of the night, I'm sure. A pre-flop.
If I'm Brian, I'm praying for an ace-high heart flop.
This makes up for a lot of horses.
Something like that.
If this somehow holds.
So we're going, what, about a $4,200? Yeah, $4,200 pot. This one feels like somebody's dangler is going to get involved, though. I feel like it's one of those, like, somebody flops trips with a dangler.
Yeah, 9, 8, or 7 or something. There it is. You called it 9.
Yeah, I've seen these. It's funny how these things go.
If you're a high-low player and you have a 9 or a 7 or 8 in your hand, you probably shouldn't be playing. They call those danglers.
The danglers.
But Zach smacks it.
Well, in this case, it wasn't really a dangler for Fred. You know, he's got kind of the run there in his hand. Zach, obviously 2 kings. You know, he's playing for the kings, but kind of a cool, definitely cooler for Zach unless he pairs his king.
Yeah, because Fred with the ace-9 and Zach with the king-9.
Or 8. He's got the 8 out as well.
Yeah. Brian really...
I don't know why he's in the tank here, but he feels like he's got an overpair, but I'm sure he'll probably sniff this out.
Overpair, backdoor flush, but not good enough for this spot. I mean, I could see Wasim thinking his hand's strong here with queens, but 6-handed, someone has a 9.
I'm like,
or a big straight draw, a big wrap.
I'm disappointed that I know that I don't have this ability.
Yeah. What's up? I know it's really disappointing that.
No way Fred's folding.
I know my limitations.
I wonder if Fred's trying to get
what
other
to
people to
sign.
stay in, but now it's not possible. Zach went.
No.
Thanks, man. I was going to sign you.
It's a great thing when it's not a tournament stream. You can just sit back and watch.
I appreciate the help, though, just in case.
Now Fred's playing a little Hollywood here. Maybe saying that I've got a a wrap and trying to disguise it, but.
And it's really hard for someone to have 7s, so he's pretty confident.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's essentially got the nuts at the moment.
You would think so.
Yeah,
Right?
Wasim,
It's actually not
obviously,
that, like,
it's a side fold, but.
See a queen come on a turn, you see the table flip.
All right, so what do you think? They're going to run this one twice?
Twice.
Yeah, they're going to go twice.
I have 9, but
they have all. They somehow have.
Yeah,
all
they have 9, 10, jack, queen type shit.
There's an 8. Wow. He did it.
Ooh.
First one going to Zach. Chop it up.
9's full for each of them.
Mhm.
Zach on top, front on bottom. And, you
Got
know,
him,
you
yeah.
feel a little bit for Zach. He did get rewarded there, but that's kind of the result that should happen.
I mean, 80-20 spot there. I mean, Fred's definitely got to be frustrated, but it's PLO.
Nicole and I talked earlier real quick about the Patrick Antonius on high stakes, so they got it all in and ran it 4 times, and I think he hit 4 flushes or something back in the day. That's the sickness in this game.
I think one of my favorite run it multiple times hand has to be when Helmuth ran it against the, I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Was the loose cannon in the game.
Sure, yeah.
And I think the loose cannon had kings, and
Remember,
Phil,
yeah.
Phil flopped 3 9s or whatever it was, and ends up talking him into running it 4 times.
I think I saw that recently. They replaced some of those, like on not GSM, but on one of those. They just popped up.
Oh yeah, you get them in your algorithm, right? Your poker algorithm, and he hits 3 out of 4, right? So I think he even lost the first one, and then he ends up winning 3 in a row. So
He definitely wasn't getting offered Javier's or any food from him.
and you see Phil just like sinking in his chair, and everybody's laughing at Phil, and Phil Locke and Negreanu, and I think even Doyle was in that game. So
we both had 9.
My favorite Doyle of all time, though, is Ted Forrest. Should have known better to bluff an idiot.
yeah. What did you say? Can't bluff an idiot or can't bluff stupid? Yeah.
And Ted's like, I'm sorry, Doyle, what'd you say? But, I mean, 2 great players. I think Ted Forrest is one of those pros that should be in the Hall of Fame that just hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Ted will get in or not. Maybe one day, but.
We said the Women in Poker Hall of Fame, and Kristen Foxen got in, and what a great player she is, and she made that final table, or that World Series run this year. It's just great overall community in poker, and a lot of fun people to watch. We get Maria Ho to come by once in a while. It's nice to see her, and we had Lupe, the director of WPA, come out. We had a ladies event here, won by Tony, one of our regulars who always shows up for Moneymaker.
Yep. Yeah, I was happy to
Tony
see.
Fiorenta.
Yes. Tony beating Diana Lopez.
Oh.
Heads up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Diana is one of our
I've already declared
ambassadors, if you will, for the Moneymaker Tour. She's done some work with us, and after her early successes on the tour, and
you phoned
very
her,
relatable
calling
person.
her,
Happy to have her on.
I had to have a great conversation with her. You know, it was great talking to her. She had something happen and it worked out, and you know, I'm happy we could smooth things over. She's a great person, and I hope to see her at a final table here again.
Yeah, I believe she said she's going to come back up for the main event. So.
That's awesome. We also had Mike Lockey come up for his first run up here.
Yeah, Mike Lockey making his first appearance here, and shout out to Mike and Lisa for making their way over and checking
Big
out the
support.
Yeah.
That's a testament to you. Not as much as our product, but to you. But I am glad we have a great product that makes them want to come back.
Yeah, no, and you know, once people come and see this room, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised.
But there's no Rolodex like a Tony Burns Rolodex, folks. I'm sorry.
There's a few guys out there.
I don't know. You're humble.
It's okay.
You're humble, brother.
All right, we got a fun one here. 3-bet pot. That's the kind of flop I think Chris was looking for last time.
Sure.
See, he even said it. I don't know. You work with a guy so long. That would have been the nuts for Chris.
Fred's probably going to take the lead in this one because he likes these type of spots. But he sniffs it out with Wasim with the overpair.
Yeah, Wasim probably, he looked over Wasim. He caught probably a tell there that he was going to call any bet. And Chris coming off the top rope.
If they can't bet that flop, there's no way the 5 helps them. So I feel like this is the opposite position where you're first to act. You can kind of take the lead.
So Chris going to show. Look, he's going to show the bluff.
What? We're not allowed to play the stand-up game, right?
Doesn't even give him the satisfaction.
No, we're not. If you play the stand-up game, like $500 a person, and get the John.
I'll real quick pop the V-pip up for my friends at home.
Get the nits out of it, in the game.
They're in the blinds 40 or 50% of the time now because there's 4 blinds on, so it's kind of a
skewed.
Yeah. But hey,
it's an active game. It's
well, I don't know why I hit that one. This one I meant to show. Yeah, we got to get Chris out of the red, huh?
Yeah, we got to get him out of the red. Payroll's supposed to go through tonight.
So. Is that right? Chris is doing a fund me tomorrow for a bullet if anyone wants to help.
I did not bluff.
Yeah, Chris will be in the main event tomorrow, so if you want to come down, see Chris, get a photo.
We messed this up. We should have ran a promo to do a tag team with him. We messed that up. Yeah, sorry. We would do a quick lottery in the morning. I wonder how Chris would be as a partner. Would you want to bust and be like, what were you doing? He's going to ask you.
Chris will tell you his best friend Bruce is usually his tag team partner during the summer. And Chris usually, Bruce will grind all day long. Chris will come in for last half hour, and he'll bust the stack. So it's
so they missed the bag because of Chris. They should do the opposite then.
Well, they actually bagged this past summer, but Chris usually finds the way to torch the stack, as he would say.
So Chris was in my pool this year. We do a last longer for a World Series every year, and I'm the first to get Chris. I think it's a good bet most years now because of all the name pros out there. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. One guy takes a Helmuth, one guy takes a Grounded, but Chris has the chance every time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's had some successes over the last, I want to say 5 or 6 years in cashing. I think this year was the first year he hadn't cashed in 6 in a row.
So was it the year before last he made a decent run? Yeah.
Day 5, I was out there for that, and that was always fun to watch.
That's right. I saw you in Vegas this summer, too. You're everywhere, man. Yeah, I donated to that MoneyMaker pool. That was fun.
Largest MoneyMaker main event
was
in our history, MGM Grand's history, and hopeful to be back there again this summer.
Yeah, no, you're definitely a busy man. I'll take your airline mileage or whatever it is.
Well, a lot of miles on the truck, believe it or not.
Oh, you drove out to Vegas?
I actually drove to Vegas for the first time this summer.
What was your route? Was it fun? Did you take any touring in?
No, I just went straight across. I was up in the Memphis area. I think I'd come to see Chris for something, and then I went up to Indianapolis as well. And
damn.
Yeah, it was, and then just headed west. So
audiobook, brother?
Yeah, a lot of audiobooks.
Good for you.
So what we got here? We got
Dave's gonna be all in.
Dave with the open ender. Wasim with the over pair, bottom pair of 4s.
We've got a gutter for Chris here with one
gutter and top pair.
I almost got away with
Chris
it too.
got backdoor clubs, but they're no good to Wasim's. That's pretty much the rundown. But look at the equities. That's the crazy thing about PLO.
Wasim probably not happy with his spot.
Thinking he's up against a set, possibly.
Yeah, he's got to think that he's up against a wrap or a set, but he's got the 10 blocked.
He's got a backdoor nut draw for flush clubs.
Yeah, he can't be in love with this spot at all with the all-in and call in front of you.
Maybe he wants to gamble.
Yeah. He does. Yeah. Looks like he was going in the middle with those. He's probably wanting to get Chris to put the rest in the middle because he probably feels Chris is the one on the wrap.
Oh, they do the VPIP?
Am I 2 or 3?
You're talking about
I think I'm 3. Yeah, I'm 3.
Okay.
And you're 6.
Sounds like they're doing like flips or something crazy out there. Runouts.
All right, well.
We're right next to each other.
Let's see what happens here.
Right now, I'm just rooting for anybody.
As Dr. Burns is sitting next to me, the phone just doesn't stop. This is one of the busiest men in poker.
All right.
Tony, no matter what happens in this one, we'll probably catch in the booth for a few on Monday.
Absolutely. I will be in the building, I promise.
I try to limit my dad jokes this stream, so maybe I'll have some for Monday for you.
Fair but firm. All right, brother.
Take care. Appreciate Tony stopping by, Nicole stopping by earlier. It's always fun to have some
Oh, come on. Let's see music.
some company in the booth here.
Yeah, that's fine. I got 2 cards. You're ahead right now.
You're ahead right now. Right now being the key statement there. Trey comes on the turn. 10. It's going to give Chris a straight. They're going twice. 2 turns in rivers. And Dave makes a straight, so we are going to chop that up.
No, I got him. Oh, you made a straight? Yeah. Oh, no, chop it. Chop it.
Choppy, choppy.
I'm too tired to see a straight. I was just looking at it.
So once again, while they're chopping that up, I do want to show you that this is the reason we're here. $300,000 guaranteed prize pool. The main event has started. 73 runners in the first flight. Are you going to be the next Moneymaker main event winner? The first from Orange City. You can buy in tomorrow for $1,500 and Saturday at noon, or try and satellite your way in for as low as $186. Some of these satellites have guarantees. Please check out moneymakerpt.com or all of our socials to see. And there's these trophies. It's hard to see. There's a little bit of glare, but there are other events still up for grabs for as little as $186. The tag team's $400, $300 for the mixed no limit. And we have this one all the way to the right. It's a little harder in the glare, but that is a $500 buy-in, no limit hold'em, double black chip bounty. So check out all the information online and come see a final table in person.
I can't seem to do it.
Be ready for our stream on Monday
Can't seem to do that.
as we award the lump sum to the top winner. $300,000 prize pool. What portion of that will be going to first, we'll find out. Former champion Michael Snow was in attendance today. We'll see if he comes back tomorrow for another attempt. I heard Jeff Trudeau was out there with a big chip stack earlier. Who will be next?
You made it, David? You made it 25?
75 is mixed.
$280? Is it ready?
Hell, I gotta fold. This sucks. It's no fun. Oh, I got another good massage.
Our time is limited, folks. We got about 25 minutes left in this stream. Who will be the next to get a double? And will we find out tomorrow if these players played all night and did something sick when the stream ends? Look at that. It's a gut shot straight flush draw for John, and the only flush draw, but he's already made.
Brian, do you want one, Tim?
Our only flush he hits. We have 2 pair for Dave. And now Brian is going to make a straight. But Dave's full house has outs, or full house outs, but John has flopped a flush. Brian, so Dave bets, Brian calls with his straight. Brian drawing completely dead. John just calls with the flush, hoping the board doesn't pair. It doesn't. So Dave has ace king now for 2 pair. John was first to act and checked his flush. Dave checked. Now it's on Brian with the straight. 2,000 in the pot, and John praying for a bet of some sort. Only a queen or a jack high flush would beat him. John facing 800 here. I don't know if he's thinking raise or just hoping to call and not have his flush beat. He does call. He gets 800 out of Brian there on the river with the 10 high flush. He's slightly concerned about a queen or jack high flush or whatever the other flushes were that were larger. And like I said, we got about 24 minutes left. Faith is going to come in, relieve Valerie. 2 fantastic dealers from Orange City Racing and Card Club.
She told me she saved the good stuff for me too.
Take a second here to thank our staff for this stream this evening. From Thomas and Jonathan doing the action tracking and the cameras. My IT team, John and Dylan, working overtime for us to get us through tonight. Poker manager from Daytona, Joe La Rosa, in the building helping us out. Poker room manager Richard Manning also.
You're going to let me pick the next horse, right?
Making all this come to fruition for you all. Our marketing team, Sydney.
I want you to like pick the horse. And then, like,
Fred and Mike, the GM and operations manager. My name is Ryan Unger, and I'm just the manager on duty, hanging out with you all tonight. Always happy to do a stream. Thankful for everyone in chat for sticking around while they figure out the logistics of the break. We'll show a couple ads because that's what we do. This one I'm very excited about. If I could play in Daytona, I'd be playing this almighty stack. January 1st through 6th. Good luck to everybody, because if my wife's in town, she'll probably be winning it.
Okay, you're 12, I'm 4 for the moment.
$400 buy-in. You do get 100,000 chips.
I'll probably end up being 5.
If you've never seen $1 million chip or $1 million unit chip, you can by playing that event and making the money. You'll probably see those chips when they color up.
I think, you already got it? Okay. Okay, all right.
My guest is in the building. Didn't make the game tonight. You might see him on the next one. He is in the building. I knew he was playing in the tournament earlier, too. He is in the house. Just not at the table.
King, queen, 10, 9, 10 out of clubs.
What was it? King, queen.
Offsuit. King, queen, 10 out.
So Brian made it 50. Chris called, Wasim called. Danny found a 3-bet, has aces with a king 4, 1 suit. Single suit, king 4, or ace 4 spades. Dr. Brian's going to call. Chris is going to release, or back around to Dr. Wasim. He is out. So we're going heads up with aces king 4 against king 10 5 deuce. Each player hits a piece of this. Brian has a disguised open-ended straight here along with top pair. Danny has the over pair of aces. But doesn't matter because he has kings and 4s. What an interesting hand here. We'll see. Average, it looks like $300. About half pot. That's a big raise. 1,500. It's going to be 1,200 more to Danny to call. don't think Danny's going anywhere. It looks like he is going to shove, and Brian's going to call.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
You want to go once or twice? I don't care.
Go twice if you want. Sure. Twice is fine.
So we're going to go twice. Kings and fours versus an open-ended straight draw. And Brian makes kings and tens.
I have king 10.
And we're going to chop. I feel like there's a meme when running it twice goes wrong. If you're watching the stream for the poker action, thank you. If you're watching for the commentary, double thank you. Monday, we're going to be streaming the final table of the main event. That'll be day 3. 300,000 guaranteed prize pool. We had 73 runners today and 2 flights left to get in. That is the $1,500 main event, and it is an awesome structure. If you've never played one, you should check it out.
No, since you had a king in your hand, but I mean you have top 2.
And satellites are still running. My caffeine ran out, and I just hit hour 15 here, so we'll see how this goes. But the players have about 20 minutes left in action. I might need to Uber home unless someone wants to come pick me up.
95, thanks.
John's going to make pot bet here. Ace-8-6-5. He's got clubs. Chris is going to come back over him, pop it up. Looks like 3 bills. Fred gets out of the way. Wasim. Danny's out. Dave is out. Zach is out. We are all the way back over to Doc Bryan. Makes the call, and John makes the call. We're 3-handed.
You haven't officially picked him, right?
900 and change in the pot. And the flop comes King 5 tray. Got a 2 pair for Brian. We got a nut flush draw for John and a pair. And Chris has an under pair to the king. It's like Brian's going to bet the max. Puts the orange chip out worth 1,000.
I know. Still not stuck yet, though.
With 2 pair, but John with a pair and a nut flush draw. Most likely not folding here. Makes the call. Over 2,800 in this pot. Heads up to the turn. Those equities are very, very close.
I mean, Ellen, are you learning anything from Chris? He doesn't waste time. Like you start thinking, whatever. See how quickly he makes the decision?
So queen comes, it doesn't change anything. Well, it gives Brian a better 2 pair, but John still has the nut flush draw. And an ace is good for him.
I think you're rigging it. I really think you're rigging it. But I'm rigging it? Yeah.
See John's outs.
I think he's rigging it. I don't know how. I'm not gonna say
It's gonna be
anything, but I
2,000
think
to
he's
call.
rigging it.
He won like 40, 50
But
games
this out, he's
in
rigging
like
it.
in like a month or so.
Me and Brian.
Brian, are you all in?
Big spot. I'm a player that would have wanted to have it all in on a flop and try to get 2 full runouts.
That's a world where I'm doing really good. I just fold.
No, first draw.
Pair, not flush draw. turn with a bunch of shit.
Pair of aces.
No.
You fold it, right? Oh, put it away.
Like crushing the wraps.
Put it away.
Brian, he really wants to. That
All right,
does
we're gonna do three more hands on stream. Three more hands on stream.
No,
and
what
then
did he
continue the game.
Oh, yeah.
You hear an announcement that the players will have 3 more hands on the stream, and then they will be going to play whatever version they play off stream. We are minutes away from my
Better
bedtime.
flush draw, apparently.
What will happen in these last 3 hands?
I can't put you on a flush draw there if I have a flush draw.
Nice end.
I think this game will loosen up a little bit once we get it.
Thank fucking God. I don't think you're in that flush draw. There's no way you're folding in that flush.
You'll find out in a half hour.
My goodness.
No, you didn't. You're just lying. I know you're lying.
Why would I lie? It's gonna
No,
be on TV.
no, but okay, we'll look at it. But you didn't have the nut flush draw.
100%.
Aces with the nut flush draw.
No, this is
Never said he had aces.
What did you have?
Fred's going to bump it up here.
You had a 5.
And Dave's going to
what do you have? Like
3-bet him.
what, some weird king 3 somehow?
I did not have king 3.
Dave with queens and Fred with ace-king.
Felt like I'm either dead
Queen,
or
queen, jack 8 versus ace-king 7 tray.
Jack, are you winning or losing?
losing. I wanted to turn something.
Fred's got the diamond draw over Dave's diamonds. 8-7 tray is going to be 2 pair for Fred.
Looks like I don't
Dave with a pair of queens.
looks like
It's under $700 in the pot. Looks like Dave's going to bet out 200.
I can.
I'm okay.
Fred just calls to put the pot roughly 880. And the 7 comes and boats up Fred. Dave, queens and 7s now, but Fred with 7s full. David needs one of the last 2 queens. Fred's going to raise it up.
I don't think you had the nut flush. I think you jam or put it all in and then you ask me to run twice and then run it twice.
No, Chris behind it. Chris jams, you jam, and I have like a super great raise point call. So that's
No, no, I mean on
and then Chris folds, I have position, and I can turn other stuff.
but I mean my queen is still
They're going to go twice.
What do you think he had?
Fred holds up on the first first board with the 10 and a river quads. Fred gets the full double here.
I do both.
No, it looks like
Actually trying to invite more action to the
David had a little bit less, so
wow.
David's going to reload here for the final 2 hands on stream.
What do you think he's playing there? I'm trying to handicap it. He's the tightest player. He played the least amount of hands out of anybody.
The numbers
You deserve to win.
I bet you
So my brother on this side also played something.
Chris deserves to win
bet you
one of these.
I bet you lost. You did not play as much. Let's play.
There's no such thing as deserve.
Or do you remember Unforgiven?
In your dreams, you did.
Deserves got
In
nothing.
your dreams, you did.
I love that quote. It's one of the best quotes
This is the last hand?
Deserves got nothing.
I think one more after.
That was a great quote. That's like one of my favorite movie quotes.
I had no idea.
My brain's not functioning right with match movie quotes with Dr. Brian. He's got me.
Fantasy football playoffs. It's like very. It's like
Right,
This is like,
I'm in the playoffs and I didn't even pick up anybody.
yeah, this is like one of the more important Thursday nights.
Call.
Luckily, the Wi-Fi is not great in the streaming area, so I can't check my fantasy team. This is the this hand and one more hand left on stream.
Down here, fantasy.
What is going to happen with these last 2 hands? We saw an all-in on the last one,
Last time you touched my cards,
and Fred made quads on a second run out.
Can't remember.
fold.
Where in the world is our sleeper at here?
Looks like we're going to be four-handed for the minimum.
Call it. Check.
Good shot.
Oh, Fred, here's our hand. Here's the hand you stuck down on me on.
It's like 30-minute delay instant replay.
275.
What was my percentage on
Something you'd love to hear we haven't heard in a minute is pot repot. Dealer friendly 75 there.
16, maybe.
Like 20?
26.
26.
That's what it says.
On a board of
On the 20.
9 jack 4 6 2 spades, you see Brian has a jack and a flush draw.
How much is in the pot?
2 pair for Wasim. Zach has a gutter. Actually, he's open-ended. You can get a queen or a 7, as long as it's not a spade. My glasses are off, so you can correct me in the chat.
Yeah, but same.
So Wasim leads out for 250. Zach calls.
I mean, I know that I'm definitely ahead of you for sure. 100%.
Jacks and 9s for Wasim. Zach checks. 800 and change in the pot. Let's see a bet of 450. Oop. I guessed wrong. 550. Zach can't really do anything here but pot it. Don't know if it would get through. Probably just going to sit for a second and let it go.
Called the turn.
Oh my God, snap call, snap call.
I called the turn.
Snap
Try to
call.
bluff him.
You have a wrap that
I didn't have
missed.
anything. I didn't have anything.
There's
Oh,
a
that
wrap
beat
that
me.
Well, that beats him.
That beat me.
That beats him.
But
I
you have
don't
a
need to
wrap.
show
You have,
anything
you have
else.
a wrap.
That
Queen
beats
10.
him. Do
Queen
you
10.
not see that?
Queen
Right?
10.
I mean, you're blind, man.
Queen 10. Queen 10.
Last hand of the stream
Queen 10,
coming up.
9.
I showed him the card that beats him. Did you see that?
Thank you for everyone who hung out with me this evening, and thank you to my guest commentators. Tony Burns has joined me on quite a few streams, and it's always a pleasure to have him. What a professional and what a gentleman. And Nicole made her commentary debut, and I don't think it'll be her last. So thank you to both of them, and once again, thank you for the production team and everyone else who went into making this a reality for you all this evening, as we brought you a little bit of 4-card action on stream for the first time from Orange City, hopefully not the last.
That's what you're
That's
losing.
exactly right.
No, he's
That's
here
exactly
after
Chris
that, but that's
is
what he's
out. Game over for Mr. Moneymaker. Over to Fred with the Jack 10 7-6, facing a $20 straddle.
Is it the last hand?
That is just a call. Wasim's going to pot it dark on the last hand, but I don't think it's dark with Ace King 10-4. Makes it 100. David's going to try and get most of his chips in, so he
I'm like missing hands. This is his last hand.
makes it 300. Zach's going to call. Brian is out. John is going to be out.
That's crazy.
Over to Fred, the original limper.
He doubled up to a Dave.
I like looked over. You have like stack Dave. 10K somehow. Nice hand.
You step
Fred
back.
lets it go. Wasim started this. Repot. Or call.
Wow, Sam.
David's ready to gamble. 3-handed here.
I am winning.
Players.
10-6-5. David has a
4-bet 300.
open ender here with a pair.
5.
Wasim has top pair, but nothing really to go with it. Backdoor flush. He's going to call, though.
Get him, get him.
Now Wasim has two pair. Dave's still open-ended. And it's all in, and Dave asking for 2 times.
We're all in.
We're all in, he says. I'm in 2. Give me 4 cards off the top. Queen is going to be for Wasim.
The last hand, sir.
I didn't see the second board, or they didn't do a second river. Fred eating healthy.
Thank you, sir.
Nicely done.
If there's any last-minute conversation with the players here. So once again, I thank everyone for joining us. This was the first stop in Orange City for the MoneyMaker Poker Tour.
That's the last hand of the stream?
That was the last hand of the stream.
Wait for a few more minutes.
The stream's over.
Stream is over, folks.
That's quicker than I thought it was going to be.
My name is Ryan Unger. I'm one of the managers at Orange City. It's been a pleasure.
Until the button gets to me.
Oh, did they bluff us? What are they doing?
One more hand.
One more hand. There's one more
The hand started.
Come on, Eller. Eller.
Do we have to
One more
leave
hand.
this table?
I'm waiting to see what actually happens here. She is shuffling.
Super 10K.
I can't hear, sorry.
You're fine. You can deal with it. If it's not on stream, it's fine.
Who's winning the most?
So
Freddie probably.
we're not sure if this will actually be on the stream or not. That's from what I understand. We'll see.
I don't know how he wants it.
I'm sitting here.
Like legitimately.
We may not be able to see the cards. We're just going to watch it together.
I'm up like 4 grand. I think I'm down 2K.
Whatever happens, it was fun. I appreciate you all. If you're thinking about coming out to play, definitely look that up and see if a satellite makes sense for you, or if you want to direct buy for $1,500. I support it.
Fuck you. No, he's getting 2. I'm getting
Language alert, Mr.
He's
Moneymaker.
getting 2. I'm getting 12.
Sorry.
Fred said my salad is not worth gambling here on this last hand. That's semi-streamed.
Don't get so greedy. Where's your green chip?
Delicious Caesar salad.
It's right there. Get the hell out of here.
Sounds like a major.
Wasim calls Zach, finds jacks. He's going to pot it up. Nope. Click raise to 50. Brian's in with kings. Going to pop it to 200. John is out.
This is the last hand.
Moneymaker can't say no. He has a 5-4 in his hand. Or I lied. He has a 5-6. See? Falling asleep.
Yeah, this is the encore.
This is the last hand. No matter what, folks. I can't do it. I've had
Put a
enough.
7 out there.
800 in the pot. 4-handed. Bam. 4-4 deuce.
That is not a 7.
2 overpairs out there. Jacks and kings. So we'll see what happens.
The 2's favored now. All right, I'm taking the 2.
What could they be betting on? Australian dog
I'm taking
racing?
the
What's
2
even
and
running right
you got
now?
the 3. This is ridiculous. I cannot. Yeah, check. Sorry,
You're good.
There's like some funny thing where it's like either way it's gonna matter.
You're gonna hit the 12 somehow.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So you're 2 on 3.
No, you're 12. Yeah, you're 3. You're 3.
2 and 12. Okay. And 12.
How much did you bet?
550. Five just for
I'm gonna go ahead and pay you 200.
Oh, that's like the worst thing. That's so mean.
There's so many courses that can win that are not part of it.
6 calls.
All right, guys, that was fun.
Doctor on Dr. Crime.
Playing with your crowd. Good plan.
Heads up.
I'm gonna stick around for this last race.
Yeah.
1950.
All right, we're on for 200.
200 is.
Kings for Brian. Gutter now with Wasim with the ace over card.
That is how it is
1250,
done, sir.
and he bluffs and gets it through.
What do you have there?
Nothing. Off your bluff.
Nice hand. I should have just played the last hand out of 4.
Thank you so much, Brian,
It's okay.
for your contribution to good cause.
Last second needle there. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you for joining me this evening for some cash game action from Orange City Racing and Card Club, what we call OC Poker Live. Our next stream will be this coming Monday as they play for the $300,000 prize pool in the Moneymaker main event, $1,500 buy-in. That looks like this.
How are you doing this?
No, I'm not giving it to you.
If I'm betting, I'm losing everything.
Other trophy events still available, so check out moneymakerpt.com. Check social media to see if anything crazy happened with this game. These guys are going to go play some other stakes off stream. My name is Ryan. I hope to see you on the next stream. And until then, just say I'm not a bot. Catch you on the next one.